Hey, it's another Tuesday the 27th. This is Zach Attack News Live, episode 15. Holy crap, 15 of these already. Insane. Can't believe it. But I'm super excited to talk to you guys. Man, these last couple weeks in this year have been very, very slow with news, but I found some juicy stuff here and there, some factual stuff, some rumors. We're going to be going over the SAG Awards, talking about live action Naruto. We're going to be talking about some Dune news. We're going to be talking about Warner Brothers possibly backing out of a merger, some Harry Potter information, and much, much more, plus trailer reactions, and obviously Attack of the Show, and all the other segments that I do on this weekly news live show every week. If you are not already a subscriber to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join the Zach Attack Nation. And I'll be talking about memberships a little bit later in the channel. Real quick, I wanted to say hi, people in the chat. Hey, Dave Show, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. And oh man, you said what a day for content-wise for me. Gotta see what you're talking about. Hey, Collect the Movie Man, thank you for joining the live stream. And thank you so much right off the bat with the live stream chat, super chat. I really, really appreciate that so much. I'm going to be having an update about super chats moving forward. I've been thinking about how to incentivize you guys and reward you guys for doing that. So definitely going to give you guys an update on that. And salute to Pert Minded. Thank you for joining the live stream. So here we go. Let's hit that present button. Sorry about the singing. I'm not the best singer in the world, but you know. Let's see. There we go. It's not zoomed in 100%. So the SAG Awards, the last big award show before the Oscars has come. It premiered, I believe, on Netflix. And we have the winners. And we have some implications to what's going to happen with the Oscars coming up. So you all, if you've been on this channel for a long time, you know what I call this segment. We call it the Oscar Watch. So let's see what we have here. Let's talk about the nominees, the winner, and the implications that it has on the biggest show of awards for movies in the year. SAG Awards is the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So this is the actors themselves voting for their peers. So that's very, very interesting. And I think they're a big part of the Oscar voting as well. Obviously, the BAFTA is big and the Golden Globes and other stuff. But like, it's like the Golden Globes, BAFTAs, and SAG are really the big ones. So for Outstanding Performance by a Cast and Motion Picture, so this is like an ensemble piece. Oppenheimer wins, which not surprising. The momentum for Oppenheimer has been going further and further. Every award show, them kind of almost cleaning up everything. Rotten Tomatoes is like keeping a track of how many wins the major movies have, and then Oppenheimer has been in the front the whole time with the same number, I think. And it seems like this is going to be an easy big win for this film in terms of getting Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor. I don't think it's gonna get any supporting. Best Supporting Actor, and a lot of the technical nods. This thing might really like just sweep. I know the Oscars usually likes to spread out their awards and not give it to one film, but the way everything has been positioning, it seems like it's going to be a sweep for Oppenheimer. But you never know. They might surprise us at that in the Oscars. But right now, for the SAG Awards, the actors think that the best ensemble cast was Oppenheimer. For me personally, I think the best ensemble cast here was for me. It's just hard. American Fiction, I really like. I don't know if their ensemble is as strong as Oppenheimer. You know, you got Matt Damon, you got Robert Downey Jr., you got all these big time actors going in there and doing their part. Kills Flower Moon has a really solid cast too. The Color Purple, despite me not liking that movie, has a great cast, and Barbie has a great cast as well. But the focus was so much on Margot Robbie and I'm about to say call him Ken Ryan Gosling. So this is a hard one. I think Oppenheimer does win. I think it utilizes cast really well to tell that story. So outstanding performance by a male actor in lead role, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. At first, it felt like it was like a neck and neck thing between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti. Fortunately, Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, Jeffrey Wright don't seem like they really don't have a chance. I'm just glad they're nominated. Maybe not Bradley Cooper. I probably would have swapped them out for somebody, but Coleman Domingo and Jeffrey Wright, I'm really happy, especially for Jeffrey Wright. But Cillian Murphy looks like he has this locked up. Paul Giamatti won, I think, the Golden Globe, I believe, and a lot of people thought maybe, and I think he's won some smaller ones, but it looks like Cillian Murphy is going to be the one. He's won most of the head-to-heads with Paul. Outstanding performance by a female actor in the lead role, Lily Gladstone, which is really, really surprising. She didn't even get nominated for the BAFTAs, so that was a big thing where Emma Stone was in that. And now here, when it comes to the actors, they believe Lily Gladstone has the best performance with in the SAG Awards. Annette Bening from Naiad, movie I still need to see before the ceremony happens. Carey Mulligan was great. I'm glad Margot Robbie got nominated here. But yeah, one of the Stones had to win. They're the two front runners, and it was Lily Gladstone. So where I felt like she lost some momentum, especially because she wasn't nominated for the BAFTA, the fact that she won the SAG really makes it like we don't know what's going to happen here. We don't know what's going to happen Oscar night now. Because unlike Cillian Murphy, Emma Stone hasn't been sweeping up all the awards. She's swept up a lot of them. So it felt like it. But now that Lily Gladstone has won the SAG, there's a possibility for her to win. Personally, for me, Emma Stone has the best performance of the year, so I think she should win this. But if Lily wins, I'm not going to be mad because she was great. And look at that face. How can you be mad at that face? She's gorgeous. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role. Robert Downey Jr. has this locked up. He's been winning every single time. I don't think I've seen anybody else win when it comes to this category at any of the award shows. It's his. It's his award to lose, and I really don't see him losing it. This is not only because he did have a really good performance in Oppenheimer, but also I feel like it's time for him to win something, win an Oscar and be celebrated. Robert De Niro was good in Killers. Willem Dafoe was great in Poor Things. I think that Mark Ruffalo had the better performance, a more dynamic performance, but Willem Dafoe was great. Sterling K. Brown was great in American Fiction, and I love Ryan Gosling and Barbie. To me, Ryan Gosling and Barbie is my winner, personally, because all the things he had to do in that film and how monumental he was in terms of the plot of the film. But I get Robert Downey Jr. sweeping up. So we basically know who's winning supporting actor at the Oscars, unless they pull a fast one on us. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role. This is another one that's locked up. Both supporting categories kind of locked up, basically. Davine Joy Randolph has not lost any of this at any of the shows. She's been winning consistently. So it's nice to see Danielle Brooks get nominated because she doesn't get nominated for this position every time, and she had a really great performance. It's probably my favorite performance out of these. It was nice to see Penelope Cruz because she hasn't been getting noticed for Ferrari a lot, and she had a great performance. I haven't seen that film yet, but yeah, it would have been Danielle Brooks for me because I really like her in Color Purple, despite me not really liking that film. But Davine Joy Randolph, it's well deserved, really good performance, and a really great movie. So she's another lockup. So far, when it comes to things, Oppenheimer win Best Picture, seems like a lot. Cillian Murphy win Best Actor, seems like a lot. Lily Glad, now the female actor is where things get a little shifty. Like Margot Robbie's not even nominated, so she's not a factor. I don't really see Carey Mulligan or Annette Bening beating the Stones, so it's really between these two. So it's not a lock yet. It still could be a surprise who wins. It feels like it's leaning towards Emma Stone, but with Lily winning here, and then like these are pretty much locked up. Okay, so that looks like that's all because I don't really cover the television stuff because I haven't been able to watch everything. I think this is okay, so that's the television stuff, and I think they have more movie stuff. So for stunts, which is really cool, I think the Oscars and other awards need to celebrate the stunt actors. Astounding action performance by stunt ensemble in a picture: Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Indiana Jones, John Wick 4, and Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, this had to win. Just off of Tom Cruise alone. And everything he had to do in that film, he had to win. That train scene at the end is one of the greatest action sequences I've seen, and I was clenched in the theater like, oh my god, what's about to happen? So I definitely think that Mission Impossible wins this by far. John Wick 4 had a chance. The staircase scene is insane. Him jumping out a window. It's like 4 stories. The whole dragon breath shotgun scene. Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny has some great stunts. Probably Guardians of the Galaxy probably had great stunts, but it's so much CGI and VFX. You don't know what stunt, what CGI. But I think it's just Mission Impossible. just him jumping off the cliff alone. Come on. Yeah, so that's the major awards. It looks like it didn't. Oh well, this must have been a short ceremony, but I think it was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of TV nominations. They share it with them. I'm gonna drop a poll in the live chat. See what you guys thinks. Do you think the winners are locked in for computer? Don't do this to me while I'm on live. For the Oscars. And if you're in the live chat right now, let me know how you're feeling. How's your day going? So I started that poll. Let me see what you guys have to say before I move to the next one. Oh, my Pokemon Presents video pissed some folks off in my comments. Oh boy, I can imagine. Also want to know, how far did you get in reading the first Dune book? I have not started the first Dune book yet. I've not started the book yet. I'm not sure when I'm gonna start it. Thursday is Dune Part 2 for me. Nice. Hey, Derpy, welcome to the live stream. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Okay, you guys talking about Pokemon. I was very happy that Pedro Pascal won the Best Actor in Drama Series. The funny thing is, he got drunk because he figured he wasn't going to win. That is so hilarious. That he was like, yeah, I ain't winning this crap. Let me get drunk and have a good time. And then he won. He was like, oh, I got to go out there and talk. That speech was amazing, despite him being pissed drunk. So we're moving on to the next topic. Oop, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So apparently, we are getting a live action Naruto movie directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi. He's also did Short Term 12 and a few other movies. I saw Short Term 12 that has with Brie Larson and I think Lakeith Stanfield. I really like that movie a lot. And Shang-Chi is one of the best MCU films, and that's the only thing that gives me hope. Wait, does it say I have to subscribe to read? Oh, okay. I was about to say. All right. A live action Naruto movie has been in development for a number of years, but the news is that Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton has boarded the project. It feels like the first major step forward toward the project actually reaching fruition. Per The Hollywood Reporter, in addition to directing, Cretton will also write the script for the film, which is a setup at Lionsgate. So Lionsgate got the rights to Naruto. In a press release, Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto, I know how to say his last name, I don't know how to say his first name, Masashi Kishimoto gave his blessing for the project. When I heard of Destin's attachment, it happened to be right after watching a blockbuster action film of his, and I thought he would be perfect director for Naruto. After enjoying his other films and understanding that his forte is in creating solid dramas about people, I became convinced that there's no other director for Naruto. And in actually meeting Destin, I also found him to be an open-minded director. Hold on, I just realized this. Can you get off my screen? An open-minded director who was willing to embrace my input and felt strongly that we will be able to cooperate together in the production process. So before reading this so far, I was very, very skeptical about this. That if you can see on my thumbnail, I put mistake. But after reading all this, well, I think they're just trying to talk about, Naruto and yada, yada, yada in the history. Yeah. I'm really, really excited for this now for multiple reasons. The fact that Kishimoto is going to be heavily involved in the creation of this, I'm down. I think that when they do these live action anime adaptations, they need to have the original creators attached to it to guide the project so that it doesn't stray off too far. We've seen stuff like Death Note on Netflix just go off the haywire and doesn't feel like anything like how it's supposed to. The Avatar last ever in a live action movie. We have a bunch of examples of live action adaptations just going off the rails because they don't have the original people involved. I even hear what, there's mixed feelings about the Avatar live action show on Netflix because the original creators aren't there and they take a lot of liberties and change things that they feel like didn't need to be changed or people feel that didn't need to be changed. But the fact that he gives him the green light and he's highlighting the reasons why Destin Daniel Cretton is the best director for this, which is true. He made a blockbuster martial arts movie. Naruto has a lot of martial arts in it. And also in Shang-Chi, he showed a capability of showcasing powers in a cool way, right? And he really filmed those action scenes really well. One. Two, before he did that film, he did a good job of family drama. Short Term 12 is a great movie about people. And at the end of the day, yes, the action scenes in Naruto are fantastic, but the movies themselves or the show itself is about people, is about interactions. A lot of the best parts of that show is interactions between people and the drama and how they feel. And Collect the Movie Man, oh my God, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I can't see it when I'm on StreamYards. What did you? Oh, you put cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that again for the support. You're awesome. So I really think that this has a possibility of being one of the best anime adaptations ever if they cast right and Destin Daniel Cretton brings all his sensibilities that he's learned from Shang-Chi and also everything he's done with the family dramas and really add it here. I think versus other animes where I'm like, oh, you shouldn't adapt it. I think Naruto will be a little easier because there's a lot of filler stuff in there that's great for watching TV, but they can definitely cut and shorten some of that stuff up for a movie for like a 2-hour film. So, what do you guys think? Are you Naruto fans? Are you fans of these live action adaptations they're making of anime? We got One Piece that happened, and I heard people really like that show, especially like One Piece fans, even though they changed stuff. But are Naruto fans excited for a live action movie, or do you have to see the cast, see a trailer before you get excited, even with Destin Daniel Cretton writing and directing? Let's see what you guys got to say. Hey, through the red lens, welcome to the live stream. How you doing, buddy? He said, hey, Zach, can't wait to see Dune on Friday. I can't wait for you to see Dune on Friday. I can't wait for you to gush over that film. I know for a fact, like, if there's some way you don't like Dune, I don't know. I don't know how that would be possible. I can't wait for that review. I really like Naruto, the TV show. I just hope they do it good. I agree. Couldn't get into Naruto, so I have no thoughts on this. Okay, that's totally fair. Live action adaptations are never that good. Even the best ones are just okay. Okay, yeah. Well, you mean anime ones? Yeah, it's really hard to translate the goodness of anime into live action. There's a lot of weird body movements and cringy stuff that they have to cut down because American audiences might not like seeing that in a movie. So I could see that. There's just so much you have to cut down. Those jutsus are gonna look horrible live. Well, maybe not necessarily. If he gets really good VFX and art style for the film, there's a possibility that it might look great live. This is not going to be like a Netflix movie. This is going to be a big budget film that's going to go to theaters. My one question about the Naruto movie, how are they going to pull off Pervy Sage? That's a really good question. The hard part is how do they pull off the weird things in anime that we accept that other regular people don't accept? They're gonna have to tone that down. I don't see him being outright perv that way. It's gonna be really hard to make him a perv and likable. So you might have to tone that down like they have to tone down Master Roshi. Do we dare talk about Dragon Ball Evolution? What's Dragon Ball Evolution? I never heard of that. Is that the next series in the Dragon Ball franchise? I never heard of that. I know about Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. I don't know about no Dragon Ball Evolution. Pervy Sage is really funny. I love him. Are there good cartoon adaptations? That's a good question. I'm sure they are. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. Good live action. Let's go to Google. Live action cartoons. Let's see. Live action adaptations that are good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one. Casper, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Scooby Doo, Transformers. I heard Speed Racer was good. I haven't actually seen that. I heard Detective Pikachu was also good, but I haven't seen it. And I heard people like Clifford the Big Red Dog. So there's some stuff people like, you know. Not that live action movie. Also, the Sexy Jutsu. I think they were probably going to take that out. I don't see them doing Sexy Jutsu for that. That's something that you just cut. They got Scooby Doo. Some are good. Yeah, some are good. It just depends, man. It just depends. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this because the creator of the franchise is a part of it. I'm really really excited to see how he works with Destiny and Cretton to make this work and who they cast as the characters. That's the most important part. Are they going to make an American version of Naruto, or is this going to be a live action Asian adaptation of it? Because even like with One Piece, they casted people who are not Asian in those roles, people who look like the characters but are not Asian. So it's really, really interesting to see who they cast for this movie. He said Dragon Ball Z Evolution. My bad. Stop it. So I'm gonna end the poll. I'm gonna start a new poll. It says, do you think he said yes. Okay, 7 votes says yes, the winners for the Oscars are locked. We'll see, man. See if there's any surprises. Do you want live action Naruto? Yes or no? Start that poll. So while that poll goes, I'm going to move into the next topic, and we're going to be talking about Dune. This is Dune week, guys. This is Dune week. I know I usually say box office stuff for later, but I just wanted to talk about, because this leads into my next topic as well. So this is coming from Deadline. Dune Part 2 will dust off the box office with 170 million global debut. That is the prediction. It says we've been waiting for this quite some time. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Legendary Entertainment and Warner Bros. Dune Part 2 opens this weekend to give a much needed jolt of testosterone to a box office winded by Dune Part 2 opens this. Wait, what? Winded? To a box office winded by dual strikes delay of titles. Okay, let me read that over. I was like, what the heck? Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Legendary Entertainment and Warner Brothers Dune Part 2 opens this weekend to give a much needed jolt of testosterone. I don't know why they use testosterone. That's a weird word for that. To a box office winded by dual strikes delays of titles to date. The annual 2024 domestic box office hasn't cracked $1 billion yet, with only 866 million through Sunday, 18% behind of January 1st to February 25th frame a year ago. Woo! Yeah, it's been rough. January and February has been rough. There hasn't really been any great movies to hit theaters. I thought Mean Girls was great, but that was never gonna do a lot. It's a low budget film, and the only other like really great film I've seen this year was on streaming. Everything else has been like really good. Well, I think the Book of Clarence was great, but that didn't do well, and black-led films are historically don't really do well, especially if they're not comic book movies. So yeah, it's been rough for the box office. It's been rough for like movie going in general. So the second part to Denis Villeneuve's multi-Oscar winning 2021 feature take of the classic Frank Herbert novel could very well see 170 million worldwide opening. That's divided into 85 to 90 million abroad and another 80 million on the high end in the US and Canada. Warner's conservatively is projecting 65 million, but most exhibitors or tracking services see near 80 million. I'm really hoping that it blows past the 80 million. One of my friends who wants to see the movie said that the theater he usually go to is already sold out for the Friday showing. So he's going to have to, for the weekend, not even just Friday. It seems like the whole weekend he can't get a seat. So I'm hoping that the rave reviews on YouTube, the rave reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm hoping that just the word of mouth get people to go watch this film, because I know that some people weren't huge on Dune Part 1. Because the first one, I think, did 60 million during the pandemic. So I think if this only does 65, that's not great. And it deserves way more than that. Content is king. Dune Part 2 at 190 million largely was financed by Legendary, but Warner Brothers does have a low double-digit stake in the pick. Warner's will get a small share of the box office, also a distribution fee. The studio spent on global marketing and campaigns steered by its marketing guru Josh Goldstein, monies which that be recouped in downstream waterfall. Still, the afterglow will have some shine to be a what's all these bigger ass words they doing. Still, the afterglow will give some shine to the beleaguered David Zaslav run Warner Brothers Discovery with $8. Okay, I don't care about all this Habaloo shares and stuff. Do you have any other important information? Okay, so actually, the original Dune opened at 41 million. So it's looking to do either 20 million more or double what the original Dune did. So that's pretty good. What people want to see with a franchise is progress. So even if it's not like super huge, the fact that it doubles how much the last one did would be really, really great. Obviously, this movie cost 190 million to make, so you have to make about like 400 million to break even, but that'll be domestic and worldwide. March kind of is not packed, but it has a couple things going on in there that can hinder it a little bit, like Godzilla, Cross Kong, New Empire. There's some horror movies that are coming out. There's a couple things that are coming out that people are interested in. I just think that Dune has a big, big chance of really, really nailing this. Hold on. We got a special guest here. Look who it is.
Hey.
The myth,
what's up?
Legend.
What's going on, man?
Marks. What's up, man? I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here.
How you feeling?
Great. Just literally just rolled out of bed. It was like, oh, Zach's stream is on. Oh, Zach's asked some if people want to join. I'll join. So
yeah, let me get in here.
Yeah, man. I'm excited as always to talk to you. And yeah, I love your show, by the way.
I appreciate
it's been super dope watching you just go through all these topics week after week and be consistent with it. Man, I don't know. I don't want to sound like parental, but I'm proud of you. Yeah, I mean, so
I'm dead. You're proud of me like a brother.
Yeah. Also, but I have a little bit of beef with you.
With who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, we getting live on beef. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
So,
what's up? What's the beef about? What I do?
So you keep saying Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah. I think the Vey is a little bit of extra.
I am the man who reacted to Beau's Afraid and called that man Bew the whole time until somebody.
Bew?
I've never heard the name Beau, but I never knew it was spelled that way, and I don't remember them saying his name in the trailer. So
gotcha.
I was just saying, and I was thinking Bew. Okay, I don't know, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
now
I got
I'm
it.
being a little unfair because I filmed like my review for Dune, and I kept calling, is it the Freeman or the Fremen? Is
The
it
Fremen.
the Benny Jesuit? Like it's
the Benny Jezebels?
Right. I was struggling. So yeah,
the names are complicated.
I was like, yo, there's some names I just like. I'm just gonna call him Javier Bardem. That's
his name is actually simple. It's still going.
Right.
But like I started, I was like, I'm just gonna go with the actors because I love these people, but these names are
Right.
complicated.
Complicated for no reason. And
For
then you
no
have
reason. I don't even know what
Paul.
Rebecca Ferguson character name is. It's Lady
I,
something.
I think it's Jessica. And that's the weird thing. It's like it's Jessica and then it's the Benny whoever,
Jesuit.
right? The Jesuit?
Something. We about to get a
Yeah.
TV show, so we're gonna learn the name.
Right. Wait, are we? I didn't know
They're
that.
doing a Mac show on the Benny Jesuits.
That's
It's supposed to
dope.
be in between Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2.
That's dope. I
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, we talked about the SAG awards, and we talked about how like a lot of the people who are gonna probably win Oscars are kind of locked in after this.
Hmm.
Because SAG, the BAFTA, and the Gold Globes are kind of signs of where it's going. Oppenheimer
Yeah.
is looking like it's gonna sweep.
Yeah.
And then we also talked about Naruto live action and how I was kind of going into it like, I don't know. But after hearing that Kishimoto is working with Daniel Cretton to make
Hmm.
this movie,
Yeah.
and how he feels like, his history with family drama in his films, and then he also did a blockbuster, will combine to be perfect for Naruto.
Yeah, I need to see Short Term 12. I heard you mention that. It's like, I still have not seen it. The only thing I've seen
Such a
from it
great film.
is Shang-Chi, and I
He
love
has some
that
great
movie.
films.
Yeah.
In terms of smaller films. And now we're
Hmm.
talking about, we're talking not I'm not doing about attacking the box office, but like the fact that Dune may save this year in terms of box office.
I agree.
And it's predicting to do about 80 million on the high
Hmm.
end, 65 on the low. Dune Part 1 did 41, but that was during a pandemic.
Right.
Probably would have did better if the pandemic wasn't
Probably.
going on, and
Yeah.
also wasn't on HBO Max the same day it came out in movie theaters. Because I
Gotcha.
think
Yeah.
I watched that at home. I did not go to the theaters for that.
Was that a same day release?
Yeah, it was part of that
Wow.
HBO
I forgot
Max.
about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Um,
I did see that in the theater. So that, yeah. And that's what got me excited to watch Doom Part 2 because it's
yeah.
just amazing.
So
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think it's gonna 80 is the high end, or do you think it could push past 80 domestically, like hit up like 90, 100?
First weekend, I
Yeah.
honestly, I think because of the buzz, because of the word of mouth, both positive reviews from regular old humans and the reviewers. I'm putting myself in the regular old human category. Um, I think this movie could do 100 million, if not
Yeah.
more, honestly. And I would be shocked if it doesn't reach $1 billion. I think that this is one of those movies, and I do agree with you. This movie, especially this early in the year, could help carry the box office for a while. March 1st being when it's coming out
Yeah.
is definitely going to help. I also feel like that it being pushed back to 2024 was like
Blessing.
brilliant. Like it wasn't the intention,
Yeah.
but I just heard you mention that January and February were rough, and Dune coming out right at the beginning of March, like it saved. I was losing my mind trying to
I know.
review movies over this past
I
two
saw the
months.
community post.
I'm like, bro, y'all got to help me.
Give me something.
Give me something. So I'm excited
Even
to
me, who I like some of the releases you didn't like, right?
yeah, yeah,
But they still weren't great.
right.
So, like going into that's why I put on the thumbnail "Box Office Messiah" because watching that
Mm,
movie felt like I
yeah.
was saved. I was like, I finally
Yes.
found something like mind blowing to watch
Yeah.
and rave about. Like I don't buy books.
Neither do I. Yeah. I'm not a
If it's
book
not a
guy.
comic book, I'm not buying it. And this
Right.
movie, we're like reviewing Dune, but this movie made me do it. But I think that the hype for real, I think the fact that they added so many young stars to the
Oh
cast,
yeah.
and the fact that Zendaya is actually like in the movie,
Right. She's not just a dream
yeah, because
or a
remember
vision.
the way the marketing for the first one, I think this one was marketed much better than the first one was. The
I
way it
agree.
made it sound was like Zendaya was in most of the movie,
Right.
and
Yeah.
she was in like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. Which is wild. Because I
Wow.
watched Dune Part 1 again, rewatched it right before I'm probably shouldn't say this online, but sorry, my cat is walking across my keyboard like it's something to do. But I probably shouldn't say this online. But so I started watching Dune Part 1 on my rewatch, ma'am, and
cat.
Okay, she's clean.
She's here. She's part of the
Um,
live.
and I wasn't able to finish it at home, so I definitely had it on the dashboard as I was driving down the highway to
This
Jersey.
guy out here trying to kill himself.
So I was, you know what I mean? I was paying attention. Then my little peek down. Oh, what's the Betty Jesuit doing now? So, yeah. So I didn't even get to finish it by the time the movie started. But yeah, that movie, Dune Part One is good, right? It's solid. Dune Part Two is a whole nother level of
Yeah.
storytelling than
You
Dune
know,
Part One.
spoiler my non-spoiler review. Like
Mhm.
it's Batman Begins to Dark Knight. Like
For sure.
Batman Begins is great.
Yeah.
Like I watched that movie, I was like, how are they gonna top this? And then they
Mhm.
blew it out of the water with Dark
Super.
Knight.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing here. You
Mhm.
know, if, just think about like Terminator to Terminator 2, and where
Yep.
there's like just a big jump in
Yep.
quality, but it
Yeah.
only happens. The difference between I think Doom Part 1 and Doom Part 2 to like Batman Begins and Dark Knight, you can watch the Dark Knight without watching Batman Begins,
Mhm.
but I don't think Doom Part 2 is as good without watching Doom Part 1.
I agree with that. I was seeing a lot of chatter about how you can just watch Dune Part One without watching the first one, and after seeing both of them, I don't agree with that.
No.
However, I do feel like maybe you could have cut Dune Part One into an hour and moved it into
Mm,
and added it to Dune Part Two. I know we're basically reviewing the movie now, but but essentially, like there's a lot the amount of steps that Doom Part 2 takes in the story compared to the amount of steps that Doom Part 1 takes in the story. I'm
yeah,
just like, why don't you just make this an hour, add it to this, make it a 3.5 hour movie, and then like just then we move on to Doom Part 3, which really is kind of Doom Part 2.
yeah,
Because by the end of and I'm not even going to talk about the end, but by the end of Doom Part 2, it's like, oh, this is the complete first chapter
yeah. It's the first
and
book.
now we're moving into something else, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think it's just studio. I think that
yeah,
the studio was like, you're not putting out you're first of all, you're unproven blockbuster director. Like,
right,
remember Blade Runner flopped.
yeah,
And that's I love that movie, but it didn't do well. And it was a
hmm
blockbuster.
yeah. It
And
has a
so
blockbuster
he
name.
yeah, it has a blockbuster name, had a blockbuster trailer,
Hmm.
and it didn't do well. So for him to come in and then also Timmy C, unfortunately, is not a movie star yet. He's probably going to
Yep.
be now.
Yes.
Zendaya, everyone loves her, but she doesn't sell that much tickets as like
Mhm.
a solo act. She's usually a
Right.
supporting cast in the Spider-Man movies or even the Greatest Showman or anything
Hmm.
like that. And then like like Rebecca Ferguson, like you think about that
Yeah.
cast,
That
all
cast
people would
is incredible.
respect,
Yeah.
but no one's gonna go watch that first movie because of anybody that's in it. Like nobody's like, oh, Timmy C, like casual
Yeah.
guy. Some people don't even know his name.
Yeah.
So I can see them like you're not
Yeah.
putting out a almost 4-hour film.
Right. No, no, and that's absolutely fair for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that this movie is definitely going to do. I would
Numbers.
assume it would do $1 billion, and I think it's going to be one of those that saves the box office because I'm not too sure that as much hype as Godzilla minus one made for people for Godzilla, I'm not too sure how well Godzilla versus
New
or
Empire.
Godzilla X Kong, New Empire is going to do. In
It looks
comparison,
good.
I'm sure it's going to do well, right? But I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to do Barbie or Mario numbers.
No. I can see it being a solid $600 to $700 million film.
Yeah, for sure, and that's a win.
That's
That's
definitely a
good.
win.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Not everything needs to be $1 billion.
Yeah,
Just needs
that's
to make
something that
money.
people got lost in because of that.
2019 messed
Yeah,
up the perception of what money you need to make. Like a lot of people think Thor: Love and Thunder flopped, and it's like no, it
uh,
did better
mm,
than Ragnarok.
yeah, it did well. It
It
did
did
very
well.
well. Yeah,
There's people who like that film,
there
so it did
are.
well.
I'm discovering that more and more. I'm like, okay. I mean, love what
Yeah,
you love.
it's just the people who didn't like it were loud. Now, and
Yeah,
I'm not saying like there's people who legit don't like it that weren't loud, but like the people
mhm,
who like you know who I'm talking
yeah.
about, thumbnail warriors.
Thumbnail
Um,
warriors. Yes, those people, man.
let's end the poll. I'm gonna start a new poll since we're talking about Doom before we move on to the next one. I said, do you want a live action Naruto? The 80% said no. I feel you.
Yeah, Naruto's probably my
Okay.
favorite anime, so it'll be interesting.
I I
Favorite or
kind of
second
have
favorite?
some trust in the director since he's doing both
Yeah.
writing and directing.
And
Or
yeah, I
part
trust
two
Dustin Daniel Cretton to give us a good movie for sure.
under
I don't think it's going to be a Dragon Ball. Uh,
no.
I forget what the rest of the name of that movie is,
You
but
don't
whatever.
even need to remember.
I never saw it because I was like, no, sir.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
So, new poll in chat. Let's see what people got to say about all this stuff. I know y'all was talking about Pokemon. Let's skip that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Game Games, Dune, Super Sticker. I really appreciate you collecting movie and
Nice.
as always.
Hey,
Scottish
love you
Geek
in the thumbnail.
Guy. Welcome to the live chat, man. Appreciate you.
What's up, Scottish Geek Guy?
He said those jutsus are gonna look horrible in live action.
I don't know. I've seen people do jutsus like in
Fan films.
conventions that I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this dude's about to he's about to disappear.
He said, but I think the ones that are retelling the stories are bad. Def note. The ones that use the source material as inspirations can be good. Scooby Doo. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Or like Transformers. You know, they're not telling one to one.
I actually did like One Piece quite a bit. Now, I don't think One Piece got a lot of hate at all.
No, I heard a lot of
Yeah.
One Piece fans love the One Piece.
Yep.
February has some good ones like Bob Marley, Drive Away Dolls, and Ordinary Angels. I haven't seen Ordinary Angels yet, but I heard only good things about them. I haven't heard one
Yeah.
bad thing about the movie. I like Drive Away Dolls, but it's not great. And
Mhm.
Bob Marley, I heard mixed stuff about that film.
Bob Marley's solid. You know, I mean, you watch my review, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
Drive Away Dolls was
I
a
know you don't like
film
that movie.
that exists in the annals of history. And I want to see Ordinary Angels just because I keep hearing great things about it. I actually just finished Reacher season 1 not too long ago, so it's really good. And Alan Richardson,
Yeah,
is it?
he's in
Yeah,
there.
he's good, and
He's
it's
good.
interesting. You don't see, this is a weird thing to say, but you don't see people that big be good actors. And he's
Yeah,
actually a really good actor. So I'm
most
looking
of them are
forward
on
to seeing
roids. You can't act with roids.
it. Right.
Speaking of him, since you brought him up, and it's a new
Mhm.
show, he talked about how he almost got Thor, but I think this came out today. He said this either today or yesterday. He was auditioning for Thor at the same time Chris Hemsworth were and Tom
Mhm.
Hiddleston, and he almost got it, but he didn't take it seriously. He thought because he looked like Thor, he was gonna just
Ah,
auto get it. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
take
That's
your
the joke.
job seriously, dude.
Yeah, take your job seriously. But the funny thing for me there, I was laughing a little bit internally, is like Alan Richardson and Chris Hemsworth, and then you got little little Tom
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston. It was like watching that footage of him auditioning was like, I don't know,
What were you
man.
thinking?
Yeah,
Honestly, out of the three of them, he's the best actor, but still,
he is. Yep, but no,
Loki was
absolutely,
born for you, dude.
yeah.
I hope Dune gets at least 80 million or 85. I would definitely like that because the movie is phenomenal. I loved it. I actually like it a little better than Oppenheimer. That's strong.
I like it way more than Oppenheimer.
Well, yeah,
And
you don't like
I
Oppenheimer.
don't, no, that's not true. I don't dislike Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think it's God on screen like most people do.
Got you. That's fair. Hold on, what's going on? This is the box office thing. Okay. My screen started acting up. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, your dog is going crazy, huh?
Somebody's at the door, and he's avenging us for some reason.
Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. Ghostbusters coming out this month, too.
That's right. And Kung Fu
That could
Panda.
do that. Yeah. It has some tough competition. That's some big franchise. 3 big
Yeah.
franchises.
I think the difference for Dune though is that because it's coming out first, it has
Yeah.
the most runway. Once Kung Fu Panda and Ghostbusters comes out, I'm not sure how close they come out together, but
Yeah.
they're going to start knocking each other out, and then you end the month with Godzilla. So it's kind of like you got a lot going on.
And the
Kind of wish
fact
they would
that
spread the wealth a
Dune,
little bit.
I know. I wish some of this stuff came out in January and February.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
um, the thing is, like this week, nothing else comes out, so like Dune has no competition.
And that's great because I think it's not competition, but I think the only other thing that's coming out is Spaceman, the Adam Sandler movie,
I think
and
that's on
obviously that's
Netflix.
not in theaters. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that though.
Did you hear what Christopher Nolan said? He's very happy that Dune got delayed because he said it would have gotten, if it wouldn't have got delayed, it would have swiped up all the awards. Oh, versus
That's
Oppenheimer,
cool.
probably. It's
That's
probably
cool
going
for
to
him to
swipe a
say.
bunch of awards next year.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see acting noms. I can see best picture nom. I can see a lot. I really hope this movie takes off like I think it's going to.
Yeah. I agree. And I think that's really cool for Nolan to say. Just like, yo, that's a dope film. Like I love when directors do that to each other and stuff like that. So yeah,
He's
I
been
definitely
openly praising other directors lately.
yeah.
I think because Oppenheimer's doing so well, he feels so secure. He's like, oh, I'm the GOAT
Mhm.
already. I can talk about how good you guys are. You're not competition no more.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Dello Movies, welcome to the live
What's up,
stream.
Dell?
Beloved channel member, I appreciate you. I rewatched Doom 1 the other night. Still found it overly long and draggy, but I did enjoy it a lot more this time. Now looking forward to Doom Part 2. All I have to say is the long and draggy parts, that I don't think that happens in Part 2. I think
No,
they
it
fixed that
doesn't.
a lot.
They get to it.
There's a lull in the middle
Mm-hmm.
when they go to Austin Butler's people. Um,
I don't know, man. That's my favorite part of the movie.
that's your favorite part of the movie? That scene, that section?
I was loving it. Just
I like
from a
parts of it,
visual, like, yeah.
but then when he started talking to Leia Sadu, who's so gorgeous, I was like, all right, well, can we go now?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't need to
no,
see this
yeah.
weird looking bald white dude do this.
I loved that part. And I'll talk about it in my review, so I'll save it for that. But yeah,
Did you put your review up yet?
no, I started editing it and then got really tired, went to sleep, and woke up and joined your stream. So it'll probably be out tomorrow.
Gotcha. These annoying ass goats. You talking
Yo,
about Thor Love and Thunder.
yo, that was horrible. My lord.
I agree with you, Kenny, on the shorts front. Might try your experiment as well.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what he's talking about is I privated all of my shorts. And
Mhm.
I'm doing that for the next or from whatever day I did that for the next 28 days, just because everything I've been seeing lately has been saying shorts hurt your channel
Mm.
for a multitude of reasons. So I've been like, you know what, especially like, I think we've talked about this on and off about just shorts viewers don't translate to long form viewers, and that's
Yeah.
true. Not only is that true, I've seen evidence of bigger channels once they started doing shorts, their CPM or how much money they would make per video or how much time people spend on their videos dropped significantly.
Yeah.
And I just kind of feel like, okay, I want long term viewership. And it's not like you can't ever do shorts, but
Yeah.
my Deadpool short for the trailer did like 16,000 views and also got me like 16 subscribers. But when I think about it, I'm like, none of those subscribers may ever watch my long
The
form
long
stuff.
stuff. They're
So it's
looking for
really,
more shorts.
it's just inflated numbers. And the thing
Yeah.
I'm concerned about is that I've been doing shorts from the beginning. At least 380 something of my 340 or some of my subscribers came from shorts. So that's a lot of dead weight.
Mhm.
So to make a long story short, when you publish a video, YouTube shows your videos to all of your subscribers, right? They put it in the feed for all your subscribers. If you have hundreds of subscribers who subscribe from shorts and they see your videos like, I'm not that type of viewer, then it shows it to
Wait, is
less
that 7
people.
minutes? Mm-mm.
What?
No, I'm saying no. They'll be like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah,
this
yeah,
7-minute
yeah,
video?" I'm not
yeah.
watching that. Where's the 30-second one?
Exactly. So if they're constantly if they're showing your videos to your subscribers and your subscribers are saying no, then they won't show it to other people because your subscribers are your test audience. So
Yep.
if I have hundreds of people who are saying no to my videos, although they subscribe to my channel, they YouTube thinks it sucks and then they won't share it out anymore. So that's why I'm going to just try to focus on just doing my long term content and stuff. And not for nothing, but it saves me time from making shorts out of my long. Like I can just go do something else, apply to 5 more
Yeah.
jobs or something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't like gone gung ho on shorts. Like
Mhm.
I'll do like one for each video, and I don't
Yeah.
even do it for trailer reactions because it's just I don't know. I kept hearing the whole like the subscribers who you get from shorts are safe for the shorts, and they rarely go to your long-term
Correct.
videos.
Yeah.
I've had some people go like when I do out of theater reactions, and then I tie that back into my review.
Yeah.
They'll go some like 20% of those people will go and look at the review, but I don't want to do the too many.
And I think those are good. I was just putting one out for every trailer reaction I was doing. I was putting out a
Mhm.
short for it.
Yeah.
And of course, those got a lot more views, a lot more subscribers. But if those subscribers aren't going to translate, then it really doesn't matter much.
Yeah, I wish if the watch time mattered, you could get watch hours from that, then it would be like whatever. But
Exactly.
but since we don't, it's like the
Yeah.
views don't do anything. Literally, views don't make money at all.
Yeah. I was watching something earlier today. Is comments really don't push your videos like that. It's
Yeah.
like I was like, oh, well, all these YouTube myths that have just come and gone. So,
Yeah.
we're still early in the game, though.
Yeah. Super early.
Mhm.
First of all, thank you for everybody. Look, Kenny, come on. 11 people's on here. Thank you, everybody that's in the live stream right now. Say
What's
what's
up,
up
y'all?
in the live chat. Make sure you vote on the poll that's going right now. I want to know your opinions, and let's see. And look, we had like an impromptu YouTube tutorial just now for all these YouTubers in here. Let's see. The Steelbook looks really nice. The Bob Marley one. I ain't buying that.
It's out already?
I think they showed a picture of it. Like they showed the picture of the Dune Steelbook. And I was like, God damn, the movie just came out.
That's wild. I mean, it's smart, but it's wild.
One Piece was good compared to the others. And I liked it because of nostalgia. But if they just dropped it as a show without the One Piece name, it would be mid.
I thought about that with the Avatar show too. I'm like, if this show was not attached to anything else, would I be continuing this? I don't think the answer is yes, although I'm enjoying the show.
Because of the adaptation of something you love, you're sticking to it.
Yep.
Kung Fu Panda comes out first, Ghostbusters drops the 22nd. Okay, so we got Kung Fu, then Ghost the following week, and then New Empire the following week after that.
Woo! That's gonna be a fun week of movies.
And then we got Imaginary coming out that month too. And horror movies do well most of the time, especially Blumhouse ones. Can't forget Megamind 2 on Peacock. I can forget it because they didn't bring any of the original voice actors back. Nobody wants to see that.
I don't remember if I even saw the first one.
That's one of the best animated movies, man. You got to check that out.
Actually, I know for a fact I have not seen that movie. So yeah, I'll check it out. And
the first Megamind, so good. Hey, Cal Deli, what's up?
What's up, Cal? How's it going, man?
He was asking to elaborate. You already did. And Clay, to be fair, 7 minutes is mad long. Shut up, Clay. You one of those short-term memory guys. That's a great thing to say about shorts and how they can affect your subscribers. Hey, first of all, what's up, Cannon at the movies? I don't know which one of this you are. If it's all three of y'all, welcome to the live stream. If it's one, appreciate you anyway.
Sorry, Candid.
7 is not even long enough for ads. That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It got to be 10 minutes. Thanks for explaining, Ken.
Absolutely.
Clay was like, Clay. Everybody loves you, Clay. Because YouTube pushes shorts more so you get seen more. But if it doesn't translate into channel support, what's the point? I understand it's almost like promo.
Yeah.
Basically. It's a tricky thing.
Yeah. A lot more people have seen my face, but it's not helping.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
He said, how far did you get, Kenny? I was enjoying it till episode 3. Then it falls off.
I have 1.5 episodes left until I'm done with it. Episode 4 was rough for sure, and it bastardized my favorite episode of the series, which it didn't need to do because the episode doesn't even happen until season 2 of the series, book 2 of the series. So I don't even know why they did that. So I won't spoil it for you guys. But after that, I've been having a good time. All the actors are casted really well, and the aesthetics are great as well. Like I love the way the bending is and everything like that. And the story is it's a very like not toned down, streamlined. Yes, it's perfect. Very streamlined version of the story, which makes sense because there's a lot of stuff that happens in Avatar that if you're trying to tell live action, we would be here for quite some time. So
you can't because these kids
cost
are going to grow
millions of dollars. Yeah, so hundreds of millions of dollars. So yeah, I do like it. I like it. I just don't love it, but I like it a lot, and I would recommend it, especially if you've watched the animated show.
Gotcha. The Walking Dead one who lives episode 1 was bonkers. Recommended both of you. Time to jump back on. I was going to anyway because I love Michonne and Rick, and I love zombie stuff, and there's
Yeah,
no zombie content coming out.
yeah, I
You
want to
notice
watch
that?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Like Train to
Actually,
Busan came
I
out.
haven't thought
And
about that, but yeah.
I haven't got a shit since Train to Busan.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out because those
Yeah.
are my two of my favorite characters from the show, and
Yeah.
also I'm going to check out Shogun because I keep hearing great things about that.
Yeah. Oh, the other spinoff they had with what's the guy with the long hair that's a biker?
Sons of Anarchy.
No. From Walking Dead. He was the one to
Oh,
make it.
Daryl
Daryl.
Dixon. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard his spinoff is really good too.
I did hear that DJ's been saying that for a while. He really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's not their myths. They keep changing the game. Also, now the old truths have become vapor. I can see that. It seems like a lot of stuff that used to work just don't work no more, and you have to adapt again. You have to adapt again.
Yep. There's changes that YouTube announces, and there's changes that they don't.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then later on, they changed something else, and you didn't realize it was even a thing in the first place. Clay feels a love.
You should, man.
Hey, did you see that? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here, man. I just connected with him the other day. We were doing Raven Fan 09.
Yeah,
live stream together. He's awesome.
Yeah, I watched some of that stream. That was really good.
You had them dying laughing with your story about. Oh my god, that was so funny. The good review where you said 2 minutes after you posted your 14-minute.
Oh, yo,
they were dying.
I don't understand it, man. Like, I appreciate the support, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't even think I got into what I was trying to say by 2 minutes.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic. This is a kind of a big one. How do I do this with 2 people in here? Hold on. I just realized. Share. Okay, how does it look? Okay, perfect. This is coming from CNBC, source that I don't usually use, but they're the only ones really reporting it. I think this might be an exclusive. Warner Brothers Discovery halts merger talks with Paramount Global, sources say. So Warner Brothers Discovery has gone pencils down on a potential acquisition of Paramount Global. That's crazy that they were going to. There's not even a merger. They were just going to acquire Paramount. That blows my mind.
Yeah, that's wild.
Halting talks after several months of kicking the tires on merging the media companies, according to people familiar with the matter. Skydance Media, the film and TV studio run by David Ellison, is still performing due diligence on a potential transaction, 2 of the people said, who asked to speak anonymously because of blah, 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 blah. Paramount Global has set up a special committee which has hired its own financial advisors to sift through potential bids for the whole company for certain assets. So they're like preparing to get bought.
Yeah.
And it looking like media mogul Bryan offered $14 billion. God. Yeah.
That's why do people not? I know the answer to that, but why are people not selling to him? Because he'd been trying to buy a couple different stations, but
things for a while. It's probably something about him. They probably don't want him in on this business because of tactics, or maybe he might treat the people wrong. Who knows? Comcast, the owner of CBMC, isn't interested in acquiring Paramount. That's surprising. One of the people said Comcast has been working with house bankers to explore potential commercial partnership. So they're trying to do a partnership with Paramount, but they don't want to buy them. Gotcha. Because a lot of people have been talking about bundling Peacock and Paramount together, making what was it, Cock Mount or something like that? Mountain Cock?
None of those sound like a good idea.
Peacock is already terrible. So
yeah, Peacock is wild. Like, there's no reason. You can literally
get it. It's their mascot, but
what is it?
Yeah. It should have been
ABC
Plus. Or CNBC Plus, something, whatever their name is, just not Peacock.
Just add a plus to it because that was wild.
Oh man! So spokespeople for Comcast, Paramount Global, of course they denied the comment. They can't talk about this stuff yet. And then they're talking about like shares and stuff like that. But the main thing here is it's been for a while where they've been talking about the. Oh wait, hold up. Where did you go?
I'm here.
There you are.
Hey.
It was just my face for a minute. For a while, where they were saying that Warner Brothers and Paramount was going to merge. They were going to be one was going to buy the other. That's why the Batgirl situation happened. That's why they're doing the Wile E. Coyote. They're trying to save money. That's why they brought James Gunn in to fix the DCU so it makes the Warner Brothers brand look more worth it.
Right.
Because when Dave Zaslav bought Warner Brothers, they evaluated it not the way they thought it was. It was in more debt than they told them. To the point where they sued the original owners because they basically lied to them. So they're trying to get back into the black. And one of the ways was like, we just got to get bought. We need to sell this because it's going to take too long for us to make a profit.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Paramount. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that it's interesting. Like they must be in so much debt that it cannot be attractive. And the only reason I can think that, like, consider what they have. They have SpongeBob. They have NFL. Certain NFL packages they have for just for Sundays. They also have Star Trek. Right? And Mission Impossible, and all these. And I mean, Tom Cruise is already over at one of them.
Doing other stuff.
So I'm wondering how that works. But he still probably has a contract with Paramount because it'd be crazy to sell that.
Top Gun.
Top Gun. They have all these properties that are like, these are not like some no-name properties. These are huge properties, and people are like, "No, I don't think so." It's like the debt has to be ridiculous.
For Paramount as well. Yeah, I think them just going all in on streaming has really messed their business up.
Yeah.
They thought they could be Netflix, not realizing Netflix is always in debt.
Always.
And they didn't realize like Netflix is not really making a profit. They're just really paying their debt collectors at all times. And it just becomes this reciprocal circle. Where the people who work there get percentages and they get paid, but they're always in debt. And they don't have that funnel in these other companies, especially Paramount and Warner Brothers. Like Disney is working out because they're so big and they have their parks.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't be surprised if Disney just wasn't allowed to buy them because it's like, hey, you guys can't have everything now.
No, just too much.
From a monopoly standpoint, it's like Star Wars and
the government has to block that.
Come on, y'all.
After they acquired Fox, the government would have to block them trying to acquire Paramount. That's too much. They would have the other side of cartoons. You know what I mean? Like they already got the Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get Nickelodeon? What?
Yeah. There's no way. And we also, as consumers, don't want them to have all that.
No.
Just because, like, there's only, even if they do hire or bring along everybody over at Paramount, you only got so many managers, and you're just not going to get stuff as much. So
PlayStation just let go 900 people.
That's
across
insane.
all their brands, and they're not even fusing with anybody. So now imagine if Disney and if you're a CEO, they're gonna keep the CEO they already have. Bye, unless you're like an amazing CEO. But if you're getting bought, obviously you weren't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so
that's the truth. Yeah,
that's the truth. Like, if you were running Star Trek, they're probably gonna get rid of you because Star Trek is not big as Star Wars.
Right.
It has a cool little fan base, but it's not as big as it needs to be.
And that's the other interesting part of it from the other side of the WB side is every couple weeks I keep hearing that WB is positioning themselves to get purchased. So it's like, I'm not sure how true that is, of course, but it's like the way, so the purchaser are looking to be purchasees, and so it's just interesting that it's like, okay, and also talking about that Tom Cruise deal that they made. They're making that Tom Cruise deal, and we keep hearing about Warner Brothers being sold. So it's like, are you guys acquiring pieces to make yourself more attractive? And so I'm wondering, like, all these other things, and so many studios seem to be positioning themselves to be sold, which is interesting in and of itself.
And what really is, and I heard this from Grace Randolph, who's a scooper. She talked about, like, she's been talking about this for like a year and a half, right, ago, where she knew that Warner Brothers was, as soon as they bought Warner Brothers Discovery, that they were going to try to sell it right after. She's talking about that the plan is for Warner Brothers and Paramount to either merge or one buys the other, and then Comcast buy that, turn into like one super conglomerate that has Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, whatever else, Discovery, and have just all these brands together, and that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that
I
at
don't
all.
like that at all. I'd
Yeah.
rather the Paramount Apple TV thing. I'd rather that. I think Apple TV bundling into Paramount would be peak, especially since now then I can have it on Android.
Yeah.
And I think it just they're losing out. There's more Android phones out there than there are Apple phones. And the fact that you can't download the app on the Android is just dumb. I get it. You're trying to make people buy your phone so they can watch the shows, but your streaming service is not that big. No one's ever
Right.
going to switch over to iPhone
Huge
just to watch
barrier.
Apple TV. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's a small deal that I wouldn't be mad at because Apple TV is not like this gangbusters of content. Well, it is a
Yeah.
gangbusters of content, but it's not big.
They have good stuff. They're just not as successful as other places.
They're not as successful as other places. So I think that they need to do small ones like this. I just hope we don't get like it's Disney and Comcast, and that's it.
That would be disgusting. I would hate that. Even though I like properties from every single one of these studios, I don't want them all together because you don't get the reason why the I'm about to sound old. The reason why the 90s and the early 2000s were so great is because you're getting stuff from all of these different places at all these different times, and they were making good movies. They're still making good movies now, but it just seems like everything is kind of like same Z's, like we're going to make what the other person's making. And if that turns into there's only two of them, one, we're not going to get any of these properties nearly as quickly enough. And two, it's the quality is going to drop because you can't oversee all of that. Like it's impossible. So yeah. I hate the idea of all these studios merging and stuff like that. So hey.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Let's see
Yep.
what the chat has to say. Let's see. Damn, you guys are in here. Okay. He said, Clay said he's coming up to your channel. Let's not forget. I was just speaking to him about that the other day for something that he's really passionate about. I wouldn't mind Clay coming up here and doing a review. I'm so far into long from the game that shorts don't even hit anymore on my channel, at least so far this year, which is a good thing. Okay.
Yeah, and that's something I was going to say. Like, you're out of the theater shorts. Those are great. They make sense. You know what I mean? As long as you're not putting out shorts for every single, like I was doing, putting out a short for every single thing I was doing. It's just like it works against you at some point.
Yeah, OG Megamind is fantastic. Yeah, it's just
I'm gonna
really,
have to check
really
it out.
So Dave, they say YouTube was doing shorts to compete with TikTok and IG. They sense they not competing in short games. I guess that's why they changed. Yeah, I think that was exactly why they did that.
Yeah.
It was like a short-term thing, not realizing you're messing up YouTubers.
And the funny thing is, the video I was watching, one of them at least, was saying that now TikTok is doing longer form video content. And it's like YouTube wants to be TikTok and TikTok wants to be YouTube, and they're just messing each other up.
I just got a notification on TikTok when I was, because I put my shorts on TikTok. I just got on, upload a 4-minute video. I was like, 4 minutes on TikTok? That's not why I come here.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like I want to swipe. Swipe. That's it.
Exactly.
What are you doing? Unless it's like a movie community. The movie community slow down a little bit because it's a good movie community on TikTok. I'm starting to get in there a little bit.
That's what's up.
Hey, Chillmonger, welcome to the live stream. He said Bugs Bunny crossover with SpongeBob. Ugh. That sounds
that
cool,
would make some money, but
let's not do it where like they're in the same brand. Let's make it that those two companies came together to do the ultimate crossover.
Marvel versus DC.
Yeah. They always said Paramount was setting the plus and stuff up to look good in order to sell off. I can see that.
Yeah,
because it already goes, look at that library. Like you having a streaming service just goes, look at all these brands that we have. They have BET. Like we're not even talking about stuff like that. Non-genre content, you know?
Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff. MTV and all that. I just got Hulu and I'm planning on watching Shogun when it starts. I've been hearing such fantastic things.
I think Shogun came out.
Yeah, I think the first episode came out.
The first episode, yeah.
Now, if I made a cock joke, he would say, grow up, Zach bias as F. No, I just made a cock joke just now. What are you talking about? Man, I said I did not know that about shorts. I've been doing a lot of shorts because my cousins told me that shorts sometimes can help you get more subscribers. Collective movement. I just one question about your cousins? Do they do YouTube? If they do
That's
not,
also, yeah,
research what they tell you to do first.
yeah. Do
Don't
your
just
research. Yeah, for sure.
people have been telling me wild stuff to do on YouTube. Somebody was like, "You need to put like woke all over your thumbnails." Like, what? No, I'm not trying to do
Absolutely
that.
not. You're gonna attract the wrong crowd with that.
Exactly, and I'm
And
not gonna be
shorts
able to keep that up.
shorts will get you a lot of subscribers. They just won't translate to your long form content, which is honestly where the money's made. A million shorts gets you like, from my understanding, a million shorts gets you like $10. A million shorts views gets you $10, and I believe it's 1,000 long form views get you that same $10. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a game that you want to play,
it's not a competition.
unless it
Hey,
is a game that you want to play.
Hey, do you know what the name of the Dune TV show is going to be? They haven't announced that yet. They just announced the concept. At least Paramount's still stuck to physical media, unlike a lot of theater, other services. I've seen a lot of Paramount shows get released where Disney, Peacock, Netflix, didn't. HBO were good too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, thankfully Disney
Sony,
is hiring Sony to make
their physical media,
physical
produce
media.
it and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Thoughts on Xbox not making consoles anymore and buying up all the IP so they can sell games instead? I don't think that's going to happen.
There, as in like, there's never going to be another Xbox system.
Yeah, that's like the rumor. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think they're going to continue making Xbox systems.
Yeah,
But they're not. They're okay with putting their games on other consoles.
I I don't know how I don't know how to feel about that because I'm not sure how that works from a business standpoint. But I
Yeah,
highly doubt, because if Xbox drops out, it's literally just Nintendo, PC, obviously, and PlayStation.
yeah, and that's not even competition. Nintendo doesn't compete with Sony and Xbox. They're in their own
Yeah,
market.
yeah,
Like they don't even share the same games.
right.
It's like, it would just be PlayStation, and they would get lazy.
Yeah, I go to PlayStation for doom and gloom. I'm on Helldivers every other night now, and I go to Nintendo for jumping on turtles and spinning and doing all kinds of fun
Happiness.
dances. Yeah, happiness. That's why Nintendo is such a great brand, because it's so countercultural to everything else. You could just go there and race and throw shells at people, so. So yeah,
And you don't feel bad.
you don't feel bad at all. He'll get up.
Get up, it's hilarious. Grace been saying for 2 years that W will get purchased by Comcast. Bag. Look, yeah, she's been talking about it for a while.
Hmm.
Um, when it comes to scoops, she's like the only one where I hear it. I'm like, all right, because there's a lot of times she'll say something and people are like, no, you're wrong, and then 2 years later, come out like, oh, yeah, this was about to happen.
Hmm.
Y'all ready for the Coke? Oh yeah, the Coke. I almost put this as one of the topics. The Coke is Coca-Cola versus Pepsi movie, and Sony's in the bid to buying that IP. How do you feel
What
about
is
that?
it? What is it?
Coca-Cola versus Pepsi movie.
I want them to cease and desist. I don't like.
Now think about it in the fame of like Dumb Money or Tetris. Those
Oh, those types of movies, like the
I
McDonald's
don't
movie that
know
came
if
out 10
that
years
is the
ago.
type of movie we're getting. I'm saying if they were to do like a Dumb Money, BlackBerry, Tetris kind of like satirical biopic, where it's
Yeah.
talking about the rise of Coca-Cola and Pepsi alongside each other in the war. Would you be down
Hmm.
for that?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about. I'm going to say something a little hypocritical. I love the idea of BlackBerry and Tetris and the McDonald's movie and Dumb Money and stuff like that. I have not watched any of those movies, although I love the although I love the idea of those movies. Like, okay, how did you get made? I think for me, and this is going to be a very strange comparison. I think for me, it's all about who is making the movie.
Yeah.
Because if it's I don't think I made the comparison yet. If it's Bob Marley's sons and his family and things of that nature, like how much gloss did you put on this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I kind of felt about the McDonald's movie. It's like I haven't seen it yet, but from the trailers, it looked like, look at this beautiful story about how McDonald's got made, and I'm like, come on, y'all, this is corporate America. Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
we know the nasty stuff you
Yeah,
guys did.
you know you put somebody in the fryer and hit that body. So
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't say that on mine. Look, I don't believe McDonald's put anybody in the fryer and hit the body. But
Hot
but yeah,
takes.
it's
The
like
literal hot takes.
right, literal. You know what I mean? That's how they develop their new flavor. So um They'll put a little
This
bit of
is
man
beer
in
after
it.
dark.
Right. But yeah, I would be interested in those movies, even though I haven't seen not a one of those business origins. The only thing I've seen is Social Network, and that was great. So
Phenomenal.
yeah.
Well, still one of the best films of all time.
Yep.
I believe for her for over 2 years, Warner Brothers been housing and selling Universal stuff and vice versa. That's true. The Universal
Mhm.
theme parks has Harry Potter. That's a Warner
Oh
Brothers
yes.
brand.
I mean, come on, guys.
It's right there in our faces.
Yeah.
I knew Joe Margo would say something like this, but all the white men on top are the same anyway. True. And that's
Yeah.
not going to change anytime soon. I'm going to
Yeah.
be 80 years old. It's going to be the same white men.
Yep. They're just not the same to each other. I think that's the thing. When you have all these people at the top who do look alike, they don't look at each other like they're alike, and that's kind of the
They just seen each other's competition.
right.
So movie studios about to turn into WWE buying WCW and ECW. Mean to both comps equal water. I don't give a F. I mean, both competition equals water. I don't give F content. Take what we give you. I'm not sure what that middle part means, but I kind of get what you're saying. You want competition. You don't want it to be like just you have the sea of things
Yeah.
and and there's nobody to challenge you. You know what I mean? Like we would have never
Mhm.
gotten Oppenheimer if we didn't have two different studios going, you know what? F you. Like Christopher Nolan left Warner Brothers to go make that movie with Universal, and Warner Brothers like, oh, you dropping a biopic on this day? We're gonna drop Barbie on that day.
Yeah.
And they were being petty, and now we had one of the biggest events of the last 10 years. Well,
Exactly.
not 10 years. And I think Endgame and Infinity War were as big, but
I mean, when you're talking about like two different studios dropping something,
yeah,
I would say there's definitely the biggest one in 10 years, probably. Because when Endgame was coming out, you just you clear the way.
yeah,
Like,
move.
yeah.
Remember when back
Yep.
in the day you had to move when a Marvel movie like dated? You're like, oh, let's move.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, we could beat that. That's crazy. Also, Yellowstone. Yeah, Yellowstone is huge. They have
Mhm.
like 17 spinoffs. Yeah, my long form videos do better on my TikTok. That's nuts.
Wow.
That's nuts. Let me go into the next topic and I'll get back to you guys. Let's see. This one is going to be talking about a Warner Brothers product. Honestly, let's see. Here we go. Harry Potter. So this is coming from Deadline. Harry Potter series is closing on a writer as names of the 3 finalists emerge.
That's
This is exclusive to
interesting.
Deadline. It says, and then there were 3. As Deadline reported exclusively early this month, the field of writers in the running to adapt J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books into a live-action series from Max has been narrowed down to 3 finalists. We can now reveal their names. According to sources, they are Francesca Gardner, don't know who that is. Tom Moran, don't know who that is. Kathleen Jordan, don't know who that is. The trio will be able to hone in their pitches for the next couple of months with a decision on who gets the job in June, because they are expecting the Harry Potter show to debut in 2026. God, I'm going to be so old by the time that comes out.
Yeah.
Reps for Max and the studio behind the scenes, Warner Brothers, of course, they declined to comment as usual. There was a specific part that I was reading here that I wanted to talk about, like the history behind like what these specific writers have done. Rest of this other stuff doesn't really matter. Garner was a consulting producer on season 3 and 4 of Succession, which is a really great written show. Before working
Succession's
on
great. Yeah.
Before working on Jesse Armstrong's creation, he was an executive producer on His Dark Materials. Heard great things about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a co-executive producer on Killing Eve. Heard great things about that show as well.
Killing Eve,
Uh,
season 1 at least, because that's what I watched, was great.
yeah. She was also written shows including The Rook, which my mom watched. Heard it was great. And The Man in the High Castle, which I heard was fantastic.
Yeah, I
So,
hear good things about that as well.
yeah. So she has like a pedigree here in terms of like producing and writing.
Mm-hmm.
Moran is a British writer who created Amazon series The Devil's Hour. I haven't heard of that before. He also worked on Amazon sci-fi series The Feed, which I also haven't heard before, and Wild Bill. So I haven't heard about his shows. Like a lot of these shows on here, like Killing Eve, I haven't seen. High Castle, I haven't seen. I haven't seen any of these shows that Gardner's done, right? Personally,
Mm-hmm.
but I've heard about them and I've heard great things about them. They pierce the what's the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Moran looks like he's worked on smaller stuff that probably has a following, but didn't grab people in a way those other shows have. And Jordan created the Netflix series Teenage Bounty Hunters, which I heard was good but got canceled. He also worked on Orange New Black, which is like one of
Hey,
Netflix's biggest shows ever.
yeah,
So this is a lot of range in terms of the style of writing, the talent here. To me, Gardner seems like the bet here. Obviously, she has to
yep,
pitch the best, but she seems like she has the best pedigree in
yeah.
terms of making the
Moran
shows.
seems to, or Moran or Moran, whichever one it is, he seems to be
Oh,
the
do
underdog
this
here,
again.
just because. Yeah,
Okay,
so
what?
good. He seems to be the underdog here, just because I can't use myself as like the example of what all people have seen in media, but I have never heard of these shows before.
Me neither.
And you know, because of that, it's kind of like, who is this guy? That doesn't mean that he can't do a good job. It just
Yeah,
means, as far as names and pedigree goes, he seems to be the least likely to get it. Also, also have to factor in that, with the other two being women. Not to say that they'll get an unfair advantage, but it also always does look good when you're having diversity in there. And they would, if they get it, they more than likely deserve it. So it's not one of those kind of things, but it does help for sure.
yeah,
And man, I think the most interesting part of this for me, besides the fact that there's a Harry Potter show coming out, is the fact that we're talking about writers being bid on, or not writers being bid on, but a writer competition. I've never
yeah.
heard
Me
this
neither.
before, especially like in this kind of reporting, if you will. And this is
Yeah,
right after the writer's strike, so it's very interesting to see these kind of, because I think we're going to start learning a lot more people's names,
in terms
um,
of writing.
in terms of writing. Some people for good, like the Madam Web writers, and some people for bad. uh, I think I got that reversed. Some people for bad, like the Madam Web writers, and some people
Yeah,
for good stuff. So, yeah, it should be interesting.
yeah. I think that you made a great point, and I'm glad that you're on here for that, saying that like this is the first time we've heard about this, and this is right after the writer's strike. This might be a thing of like writers are like in the spot. Like I think people are becoming smarter about who's writing their favorite shows,
Yeah,
and we'll follow those writers around. I think Shonda Rhimes is somebody that
Shonda
started that.
Rhimes. Yep.
I want to give her a lot of credit here
Yeah,
because How to Get Away with Murder. It was like Shonda Rhimes Thursday, I
she
think
was
it was
killing it,
called.
and she's
She was
still killing
killing
it.
it for so long. She's still killing it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to think of somebody else. I think there's another prolific writer on there,
The guys who wrote Game of Thrones, they are always in the news for good or bad, but they're
good or
always
bad.
in.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
in the news
in
right now for
this.
bad.
Yep.
Talking about what I think Warner Brothers wanted them to write for certain thing, and that's why they backed out of it. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's just really interesting. I like the fact that we're hearing the more information about this because it also put these people on my radar. It's like, okay, you
Yeah.
lost out on this, but then if you get something else, let's see how you do with this. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
And you get the, I think writer for TV shows and movies are so underrated. A lot of people give the director so much credit, but a lot of
Hmm.
times they're just directing what the writer told them to do.
Yep.
It's like we got, you know what I'm saying?
Just
So like
got to
director can
translate
only
it.
do so much.
Yep. Yeah.
You can have a phenomenal writer and a mediocre director and still get a great movie.
I 100% agree with you. But if the writing's poor, maybe you can spin some gold out of that straw.
But
But
even if it's Nolan, even if
yeah.
it's Nolan, look at Tenet.
Hmm.
Like
Oh
great
God,
director. Tenet's a bunch of
Mhm.
gobbledygook.
Bunch of gobbledygook, a lot of it.
Uh,
Don't worry about how that works. Just believe, feel it.
oh,
Like,
oh,
who are
wait,
you
I
talking
can't
to?
hear you.
Or literally in the theater wanted to say to Nolan, "Who are you talking to?" No, like you tell me how this works.
Tell me how this works. Don't tell me to figure it out.
Even like Marvel science is a bunch of nonsense, right? But at least they explain it to you. It's like, oh, it's that. And they push time through you instead of around you. It's like, I was like, okay, like, okay, I can roll
At
with
least I know
that.
how it works. I got the
Right.
rules. Don't make no sense. But at
Yeah.
least I know, like, no. He's a baby because they pushed the time through him.
Exactly.
But what
Yeah.
does that mean? I don't know. But we know that's what happened. So if the
Yeah.
time goes around them, they travel. That's all. You know the rules. If you see the
Right.
orange thing go through him, he's gonna change his age. If it goes around him, he's gonna end up somewhere else. That's all
Exactly.
you need to
You
know.
gotta put the you gotta put the Infinity Stones back at the exact same time, exact same place you got it to the second. How, Sway? How would you even calculate to do that?
Especially
Right?
since it's not the people who took it in the first place. Cap is just showing
Exactly.
up, giving Red Skull back the stone.
Right. It's like, hey,
Yo,
here you go.
I would love to see that show where
Oh,
he
I would
goes
love
there
it.
and
Yeah,
goes, "What the hell?"
that would be great. That would be fantastic. It's like,
Chris
what are you
Evans,
doing here? It's like, I
listen to
thought you
me.
were dead. No,
Listen to me,
soldier.
sir. Do it for me. You haven't
Yeah,
done shit since you left this MCU.
you ain't
Please
lying.
do this show for me.
You ain't lying. He
Well, Knives
did
Out.
Knives Out, and that was it.
Yeah, I like the
That
Gray
was
Man,
about it.
but yeah, it's not MCU.
Yeah, yeah. The Gray Man. I checked out.
You checked out?
Yeah, rarely do I like just stop watching something. I was bored.
Oh,
But
man.
you know, to each your own for sure.
Let's see. I would be pissed off if Disney got Paramount because Disney refuses to put anything out on physical media. They're not getting Paramount. That's insane. I'll see
Yeah.
Apple get Paramount before
The
Disney
government
because
would
Apple can
literally
afford it.
step in. Yeah. Yeah.
We had a huge W crossover. It's called Roger Rabbit. Yeah, never came close to that again. Ready Player One is an honorable mention.
Mhm.
Yeah, great example. My old coworkers would tell me what I should do content wise. Just do you, and people who don't make content don't listen to them. Yeah, if you don't make content and you're giving me YouTube advice,
I ain't trying
I'm
to
not
hear
listening to
nothing
you.
from you, dog.
I'm not trying to hear it at all.
You wasn't in the gym. You wasn't in the editing booth for hours at a time to get out a 4 minute video.
Yeah, you ain't shooting me in the gym, bro. You are not
Right.
Vanessa Bryant. Chill.
Yep.
I haven't watched Apple TV since Killers of the Flower Moon came on. I've only watched it once. Apple TV has a lot of great shows, dude. Use it.
Yeah.
It's just banger after banger. It's like they just put out quality stuff.
Yep.
I mean, PlayStation just laid off 900 employees. I was just talking about that. Xbox becoming like Sega and just making content. We about to go back to two console wars, like Sega versus NES. Now Sony versus NES. I hope that doesn't happen. We need as much as we need Xbox. First of all, Xbox has one of my favorite franchises now. It's exclusively, which pissed me off, and because I played it on PlayStation, which is Hellblade.
Okay.
Senua's Sacrifice. I love that game, and the new one on the Xbox Series X looks amazing. So please, because I don't think that game will be made on PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't get the shine it needs. So get the shine on Xbox. And that's basically what it is. There's certain projects that's dope that's not gonna get the shine if one studio owns
That's
it.
exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Prey got sent to Hulu because Disney didn't know what to do with it. It ended up being
Prey was great. Yeah. Oh my god, I love Prey. I didn't hear about it until the week it came out. I was like, "What's this?" I was like, "This is great."
This is hilarious. Sprite versus 7-Up spinoff series.
I'll be honest with you. I miss 7-Up, man. 7-Up was great.
I rarely see it.
7-Up was all that, yo.
The McDonald's movie was good. Michael Keaton was nasty in that role. Oh boy.
Interesting.
McDonald's is so lame. Now they're getting anime game. As a former employee, I can say this. Oh wow.
They're getting anime
McDonald game.
Just bring back the toys.
Oh Lord.
And the cool cups that we had in the 90s.
Facts. And the Pokemon collectibles.
Yep.
Typos, meaning no competition equals watered down content. That's what we give you. Okay. Yeah.
I don't blame you, man. Autocorrect has been attacking me for like the past week and a half. I don't know what's going on with it and why it's betrayed me, but it's been doing it a lot.
Gotcha. Agreed, Cal. The founder was pretty good. Okay. Now FF versus Superman. Let's go Superman. Yeah. That's the new Barbenheimer, kind of.
I'm like, I know there's going to be a lot of that talk over the next year and some change of, F4 versus Superman. I'm like, look, dog, give me a ticket for both. I'm going to see them both.
Facts.
I don't care which one wins. Just put them out. I want good superhero. I don't care where it comes from.
Yeah.
It can come from Valiant, Image.
Just
I don't care where it comes from.
I need Image to get the movies out. I need Valiant to get the shit together.
Y'all want some real independent, like brand new ideas? Make Image Comics into movies. Like that's like, look at Image Comics, pick one, and you can make one for somebody's audience for sure.
It's gonna change the game for comic book movies.
Yeah, it just has to be good. The ideas are there. It just has to be good.
Yeah. I lived through the heyday of Cola Wars. If they make movie a comedy, it work. Yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Is Zach throw them dreads one more? Shut up. I'll be boycotting the shit out of that. Harry Potter TV shows, it does not need to be made. I don't agree with that. I'm going to be honest. I think that it's been a long time since the last Harry Potter movie came out. And also a lot of the fans don't like it.
Is that true?
They left a lot of things out. Yeah, I've been talking to Harry Potter fans. They're like, we like it because it's the only thing that's there. But they left a lot of stuff out. They changed characters. A lot of the complaints that people have about One Piece and Avatar and just adaptations in general, it's like it was good for what it is, but it can be better. And I think a TV series is the way you adapt a long book like that.
Yeah. I think that that would be interesting. I just watched all the Harry Potter movies for the first time over the Christmas break, and I had a great time with them. Do I want a TV show like expanding each semester? You could most certainly do that. But I think it could work, especially since by the time it comes out, there have been a lot of time since it came out. I'm looking up like when the last one did come out. Definitely
Deathly Hallows Part
2011. So we're talking about already. Well, that's 10 years. So by the time it'll be like, it'll be a minute since the last
like a whole teenager, like a 15-year-old.
Basically, yeah.
That's who needs to watch a new Harry Potter, a 15-year-old.
Yep. Especially a serialized one, we can get more into it.
Yep. I have a question for both of y'all in the Q&A. Okay, gotcha.
Cool. Appreciate you putting it there.
Facts. Nah, you gotta listen to some people. People OG, they retired now, but back in the day, bald. Listen, young. Man, you talking about youngin, like you some old man. Shut up, Kal-El. You're younger than me. Hey, Zach and Kenny, have you guys seen the movie Spotlight? It's a movie based off a true story that Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, I've heard it's amazing. I know that it got not either nominated or won a bunch of awards as well, and I hadn't seen it.
He said, but I like Tenet. I didn't say I hate Tenet, but it is a bunch of gobbledygook.
Yeah,
I like gobbledygook.
Yeah, nothing wrong with some gobbledygook. Just don't tell me to feel it, and just say I'm not explaining this to you.
So I have a new section here because I put a thing up asking you guys if you guys wanted me to talk about rumors. So I have a new segment here called, if I could find the damn new second thing. Of course, I lost it now when I'm introducing it. There it is. Breaking gossip. We're going to be talking about some rumors. Yeah, man, you already know. I just made that like 10 minutes before I went on stream. I'm glad it worked out.
Nice.
Let's see. So this is coming from Dark Horizons. It's actually coming from Scooper Insider. I can't go to his site because you have to like pay to actually like look at his stuff, and I'm not doing that. So we're gonna get this from Dark Horizon. New adaptations of both Bret Easton Ellis' American Psycho and Stephen King's The Dead Zone novels are in the works, according to the In Schneider, because his name's Snyder. Lionsgate is reportedly behind the new Psycho, which will follow on Mary Herron's acclaimed 2000 film adaptation starring Christian Bale as a 1980s white-collar sociopath and unreliable narrator Patrick Bateman. The studio said to be open to a writer updating the story for the modern age and offering their own take on the character. Also in the works is a new film take on King's The Dead Zone, with producer Roy Lee developing this version of the story of Johnny Smith, a teacher who awakens from a coma with the ability to see the past and or future of people by touching them. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It does.
Things take a turn when he touches the hand of a senatorial candidate, Greg Stilson, and sees a future in which Stilson is president and unleashes nuclear war. Oh, this got even more interesting. Lee's reportedly still seeking a writer-director with a new take that the studio sparks to. Christopher Walken starred in David Cronenberg's prior 1983 film. That was a long time ago, so it's time for a remake. And Anthony Michael Hall led a 6-season adaptation on USA Network. I never even heard this shit. What the hell? Okay, let's start with you, my guy Kenny. What do you think about both this news?
So I've seen American Psycho. American Psycho is a phenomenal movie. I don't know what they mean by updated for a modern audience. Now, obviously, it came out in early 2000s, so we didn't have cell phones and the internet and social media and stuff like that. Young lady, sorry, my cat is doing everything.
I see you, Tail.
And so yeah, so so I guess that's kind of what they mean by updating it for a modern audience. But at the same time, I don't think this one needs to be made. I'll be
Okay.
interested. Like if the trailer's good. So here's the thing: remakes for me, like obviously, just like any other type of movie property, are hit and miss. Right? When they're announced, I'm like, does this really need to be made? But if I see a good trailer, I'll be in. Right?
Yeah.
The Dead Zone, I've never seen any of it, and all of that sounds amazing. Right? So, like, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the old version. Especially you talk about like Christopher Walken, like he's that guy, right? He's that dude.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to check that out. And yeah, just from the premise alone, like yes, modernize that. Because even with stuff like this would be a weird comparison, Civil War coming out, where we're talking about the prospect of
Political.
nuclear wars and political stuff like that. I'm down, right? So I'm open to both of them. I'm more open to the Dead Zone than I am American Psycho because I feel
Okay.
like, especially Christian Bale, like his Christian Bale's not even close to like being dead yet. So it's
Yeah.
like he's still here. There's no real reason to remake that. However, give me a good trailer and I'm in for it. You
Yeah,
got.
so with me, I haven't seen American Psycho yet for whatever reason. I don't know why. I should have seen it by now.
Mm-hmm.
But it came out in 2000. It's probably not going to get made till 2026. That's
Yeah,
26 years.
yeah, that's true.
Like that's whole ass adults. And I think a
Mm-hmm.
modern one about and like psychopaths are in. Like people love movies about psychopaths again.
Yeah.
So I think it is the time to make a blue collar thing like this. You maybe have some social commentary about how blue collar people get away with certain things, or white
Mm-hmm.
collar, I should say,
White
not blue
collar.
collar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think you could add that social commentary in there and add like, phones, recording devices, how that hurts his psychopathness, but also helps him at the same time, like
Yep.
social media and him be able to, or like, there's so many things on the internet I be seeing about like this guy saw the celebrity in a hotel, saw the plates and figured out what hotel they were sitting in because they saw the designs on the plates. Like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You put that in a movie can terrify people.
Yeah.
But Dead
Yeah.
Zone?
Dead
That
Zone
shit
sounds
sounds
great.
fire.
That sounds amazing. I want to check out the old Dead Zone. I think I knew Dead Zone was a TV show. I've never seen it. But
Only
yeah,
Dead Zone I know is the Dragon Ball Z movie.
yo, classics,
Classic.
classics.
That's my shit.
Yes.
I think that if there's a modern telling of that and they use a political figure, they can lose like a Donald Trump kind of figure.
Mm-hmm.
The story
Yeah.
writes itself.
Even Donald Trump be like a silhouette, like
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, that definitely works.
Yeah. All this writes itself. Let's see what the
Yep.
chat has to say. You guys are in here. I appreciate you guys. Let me see. Boycott, Peacock. Now you got some people. OG, Xbox, Spotlight, Tenet. Now I'm saying studios don't care about who's in the slot anymore. Superman versus F4 would happen in 2014, 2018. That's true.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
Sorry, McDonald's new promotion is based off an anime called WickDonald's. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know
That's
that there was something called
interesting.
WickDonald's.
Yeah,
The world wouldn't be ready for Image Comics movies. Great idea. It would be so
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
And Zach, I wanted to ask: are you going to be talking about the new Games of Thrones that's going into development, start filming in March? If it's a show, probably not because I don't really cover TV show content. If it's a movie, I'll probably cover it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of also don't want to cover television shows. I just want to have that to myself, where I could just enjoy it at my own pace. Like Mr. and Mrs. Smith came out a couple weeks ago. I'm watching that at my own pace.
I'm
I'm
actually
not
going
like
to finish that tonight with my wife. Watch
such
the
a
last
good
two
show.
episodes. It's a great show.
Yeah,
These are the
after that, I'm
worst
gonna go to Harley
spies
Quinn.
you've ever seen, and it's great.
And they don't need to be. They start out really good and they just
Right.
mess up.
I swear, I spend every episode. What are you doing?
It should have been low risk, but I don't want to
Yeah,
spoil nothing. I'll watch Mr. and Mrs.
for
Smith
sure.
on Prime Video.
Yeah.
That first episode, you think like nothing's happening, and then the house delivery thing
Boom.
happens. It's like,
Yep.
oh, they not playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or just like the double
How many
date.
episodes are you into?
I'm up to them saving Ron Perlman.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you finish that
I didn't
episode?
finish it yet. I didn't finish it yet.
Okay. I
The
won't say
shootout.
anything.
I'm
But
with
that
the
double
shootout.
date episode, I'm sitting here like,
No.
y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see this? It's in your face. Like, what kind of spies are y'all? Like,
what's great about this is like it's a good spy show, but it's a great relationship though.
Yo, that's the crux of the show is that relationship. And that's what makes it so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
that couples therapy episode.
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
That's probably after.
Yeah, it's a great episode.
Stop saying those lies. I'm older than you, little bro. It's okay to accept that. This man is out here wilding. He said the cow image, right? The cow. I think you probably mean the crow. I don't think the crow's image.
No.
What was Bloodshot? Bloodshot is Valiant.
Bloodshot. Oh, God. So there's only 2 superhero movies I haven't seen since Blade in '98. One is Bloodshot, and the other is Phantom Force Stick. And at some point I need to watch those to complete everything. But yeah, Bloodshot. And Bloodshot came out during the pandemic as well, and it just, whew. And Bloodshot's a good comic book and a great character.
Still there, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna do good because he's
Vin
gonna just
Diesel
get over it. He also has in his contract he can't lose fights, but that's
is weird. It's not interesting.
It's not interesting at all, and he's not a box office draw. Like outside of Fast and Furious, like Triple X didn't do crazy. Chronicles of Riddick is a cult favorite. It's not like it's a $100 million film.
And I like those movies, but it's not, not like people are lining up to see it. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna watch the new Dragon Ball anime that might drop in October this year? I don't like sit down and watch Dragon Ball anime anymore, like straight through. I just like watch the fights. I'm not gonna
lie. I probably won't watch it in October because I watch every anime dubbed. So I'll probably watch it maybe a year later after it does come out, but I'll watch it for sure.
Oh, Kenny, have you seen Blank Man and Brightburn?
I have seen both Blank Man and Brightburn. Brightburn was a good idea that didn't end well. It just kind of like repeated its beats over and over and over again until it ended. But it was I still like the idea that it got made. Blank Man is just ridiculous and hilarious, and I'm glad it exists.
Oh yeah, Bad Boys 4 is getting a June release theaters instead of Netflix. As it should.
I'm excited. Shoot. No way Bad Boys should just be on Netflix. That's
especially
insane.
The last one did really well. So I wouldn't understand why that would be on Netflix.
Yeah.
Same thing with Beverly Hills Cop 4 should be in theaters.
It really should be. It really should be. I like the last Bad Boys 3. I didn't love it because it's just kind of, it got weird at the end. It was like, family and then the secret son, and it's like, dog,
started doing too much.
What are we doing here? Magic. It was like, magic. What are we doing? So yeah.
It's kind of weird to update American Psycho because it's period piece set 15-20 years before it was made. They can still do that.
Yeah, they can still set it in the year 2000. The Matrix just came out, pristine television and all this other stuff, and the rise of what is it? Movie fandom becoming this weird pristine thing where people base their self-value and self-worth over whether or not their movie opinions are agreed with.
Are you describing the personality that this guy can have?
Yeah, because that's the personality online, that's for sure. You know what I mean?
Bloodshot was just wow. Love Brightburn. Give me a sequel.
I wouldn't mind a Brightburn sequel.
Moving on to the next news that I just caught my eye. This is also going to be rumor, same from N. Snyder. Gunn is producing a DC Jurassic League film. And as you can see from this picture, it looks insane. DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation are reportedly developing currently untitled film based on the 2022 6-issue limited comic series, The Jurassic League. The story unfolds on a prehistoric version of Earth from an alternate reality where the characters of DC Comics are anthropomorphic. Oh, I said it right. Yes. Dinosaurs.
You got it.
I got it. On this world, Superman is a I can't
Brachiosaurus.
Thank you. You can do the dinosaur names. Batman is a
Allosaurus.
Is this zoomed in? No, it's not. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Allosaurus, and then where we go?
Where are we at? Allosaurus. Wonder Woman is a Triceratops. I can say that.
Triceratops.
Nice reference. Daniel Warren Johnson and Juan Gideon created the comic. The series was met with positive response, with comparison drawn to the like of Primal. Woo! Mm-hmm. Have you guys watched Primal?
Oh, Primal is great.
Oh my god, it's so good. I wanted to see.
Oh wow, Primal is insane.
It's insane.
I cried when it ended, but yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Primal, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yo, if you combine the art styles of Primal and the new Ninja Turtles, crap.
Yeah.
James Gunn and Peter Safran reportedly produced the feature, which likely won't be named Jurassic League to avoid brand confusion. Minions writer and Lego Batman movie producer Brian Lynch will write the film, which marks the second Warner Bros. Animation title for the new DC studios. The first being Gunn's Creature Commando series debuting later this year. That's very, very interesting. But like I said, this is a rumor. This is a scoop. Oh, I did it again. Take it. Take it for what you will, that this actually might not happen. But Kenny, talk to us. How do you feel about
this? Let me tell you something. I'm super excited for this. And let me tell you why. Because for the longest time, I'm about to go on a mini rant.
Go ahead.
A lot of people take comic books way too seriously.
Yeah.
Way too serious. Why y'all making the Avengers in the cars? Bro, it's comic books. Who cares? Like, yes. you should be allowed to run the spectrum of super serious stories, as well as this is absolutely ridiculous. You can make the Avengers ants. I don't care. Is the story good? You know what I mean? Is this going to be fun? Like, literally, comic book characters are malleable, especially from the big two, for a reason. You can do whatever you want with them. You want to argue with me about these DC characters becoming dinosaurs when Spider-Man has had 57 clones of himself that all have different attributes, and three times as a matter of fact, because I'm pretty sure there's a Gwen Stacy clone saga that's happening, or that had happened recently, right? And then Venomize and all this other stuff. Like, listen, you should be allowed to take these characters and turn them into spaceships that are communicating with each other. Like, I don't care what you do. Is the story good? Is the story fun? You should be allowed to have fun with comics, and you should be allowed to have your super serious comics on the other side. Comics are real literature, yes, but it's also just a ton of fun. So the Jurassic League,
just fun.
This sounds amazing. The only thing I disagree with is the idea that people won't be able to tell the difference between Jurassic League and Justice League. You guys are overthinking it. Like, once you put out Jurassic League and there's dinosaurs on the cover, no one's going to be confused. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Animated.
And it's animated. Yeah, so
if it was live action, then I'd be like, okay, they might think, oh, this is how they're doing it now. But no, if it's animated, people are like, oh, this is just like a different.
Right. And if anything, things like Spider-Verse should prepare you for different versions of many different things, right? So I'm excited for this.
The first Spider-Verse at first, but then when they saw it, understood this is a separate thing that has nothing to do with the MCU.
Yep.
They loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm down for this. Daniel Warren Johnson is one of my favorite writers. He wrote Extremity. He wrote How to Do a Power Bomb. He wrote Murder Falcon. Murder Falcon's insane. He's done a lot of great stories, and he's actually writing the Transformers series that's going on right now.
It's really good.
Yeah, not only does he write, he also does the artwork for the covers and everything like that. So yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson he's not writing the movie obviously, but the story coming from Daniel Warren Johnson, I'm excited for it. I'm over the moon for this. Give me the Jurassic dinosaurs, or Jurassic League. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. Especially if this is not going to be main continuity movie stuff.
Yeah.
It's like on the side, alternate universe. Let's have fun.
Let's have
fun. It's silly. It could be serious. It's a
Right.
silly idea that they could turn pretty seriously, and it could be R-rated, maybe, especially if they're
Yeah.
talking about primal. And that's kind of the inspiration and stuff like that. The person who's writing it makes it sound like it's going to be funny because he's doing the Lego Batman movie, and Lego Batman is hilarious.
Lego Batman's great.
Yeah, so I feel like they don't have the director yet, but the fact that they have somebody that's writing it already, the director just doesn't need to get in the way, kind of situation
Right.
where this could just be a really fun time, and also has source material. It's a
Yeah.
6-issue series. Comic books aren't that long, so 6 issues can be a 2-hour film.
Yep.
Or if it's animated, hour and 20, hour and 30, or whatever, because anime movies can be shorter because you don't have to do travel and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm down for this. I think this is a great idea. I think it should happen later down the line once this DCU is like established. Don't like drop Creature Commando, Superman Legacy, and then this. That will get confusing. But I'm down for this if this actually happens. I think that James Gunn, Peter Safran, helming it. I'm not 100% trustworthy of them yet. I gotta see Superman Legacy.
Yeah, they gotta put something out. They gotta do some good work.
Put something out. But the writer they got for this sounds really strong. I just need to see who's going to be directing. But yeah, like you said,
I totally agree.
Sounds doubly fun. Let's see what people are saying. Kenny, can we see a kitty cat? I have a kitty cat as well. Her name is Abby.
This is Prince Harvey. Actually, her name, or man, she wants to be all over the desk and then jump down. So basically, Prince Harvey, her birthday just passed actually, February 22nd of 2022. That's when we adopted her, and she has a two-tone face. So of course, I wanted to name her Two-Face. My wife was like, no, because I named all the other pets. So she was like, I want to name her Prince because she has a prince-like spirit, like the singer. I was like, what about Prince Harvey? Right, Harvey Dent. Like, so that's her name is Prince Harvey Sparks. So
that's how you do marriage, guys.
Yeah, man. Compromise. Compromise.
Come in the middle.
Purple Rain.
They disrespecting Black Star Power. Bad Boys is proven never disrespected with stream only. Yeah, I get it. But everybody's trying to boost up their streaming stuff. There's other people, other races stuff being sent straight to streaming that you're like, what?
Like the two Extraction movies. There's no way those should have just been on Netflix.
No, definitely should have been in theaters with a star like Chris Hemsworth.
Yep.
Before Love and Thunder. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Funny, and you are yellow. That's hilarious. Dave Show thinks this sounds fun.
Yeah.
Kal-El's one of those grumpy, gumpy dudes that takes everything serious. He said, pass on Dino League. Sounds like some high shit.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. The TMT Mutant Mayhem was definitely a high. They were high when they made that movie, but it's great. Bloodshot was last movie I saw in theaters before the pandemic, and it was crap. I started my lockdown even more pissed off than the rest of the world.
The last movie I saw before the pandemic was Invisible Man.
I heard that was a good movie.
It was really good.
Yeah. My last was Birds of Prey. I had a good time with that.
It's a solid movie.
I love Blank Man.
Blank Man's great.
I just saw the Paramount Normal Activity franchise is getting a game in 2026. What? Okay. That's basically Outlast.
Oh, Paranormal. Yeah, I mean, okay. I've never seen a Paranormal Activity movie.
Me neither.
Yeah.
DC fans are yellow bus. Whoa.
That's wild.
That's super wild.
Hold on. What are we doing?
Aren't you a DC fan? What are you talking about? Can I say that? No, dude. like they end Superman Lois so they understand Superman Legacy. Well, no. Okay. Let's talk about that, right? Like,
that's a very convoluted statement.
That's not the fans' fault.
Right.
That's the DC Warner Brothers continuously since the Arrowverse started, just to understand that we can differentiate. This is the TV show Superman.
Yep.
This is a live action movie Superman that's connected to a greater universe. Both those things could have continued. CW exec said we wouldn't want to do 2 more seasons of Superman Lois because it's doing well, but Warner Brothers said no because we don't want to have brand confusion, which makes no sense because we're getting a Batman Matt Reeves trilogy and a Joker movie trilogy probably, and we're gonna have another Batman movie in the DCU. So how does
Right.
that make sense? Why
Yeah.
can't we have a Superman show on TV that's doing well, that's getting over 1 million people watching, and then Superman Legacy come out?
Yeah.
And also, the Superman in Superman and Lois, it's way older than the Superman that's gonna be Superman Legacy. So it's not even like it's like they're the same age. We're going to a young Superman that starting out versus a Superman that's established and has kids, and no one's gonna get that confused.
Yeah. I really do think that they need to trust the audience more.
Yeah.
Because at this point you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're canceling Superman and Lois, which is a show I've only watched the first season, but it's really good from what I've seen. And people have continued to say that it's really good. So
Yeah.
canceling that show and also taking jobs away from people for just to
No reason.
for no reason whatsoever. And I'm wondering, because I don't think that that's a James Gunn decision. Because I think James Gunn is like,
I don't think so.
I've read comic books, I've read Superior Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man at the same time. So I don't think that he's behind that. But also don't think it's like a fan's fault either. Yeah.
Why I think he's not behind it, because when he announced Superman Legacy and someone asked on Twitter, so what happens to Superman and Lois? He said, that show's doing well. We'll give it 2 more seasons and see what happens.
Yeah.
And now
So this is a Zaslav situation.
Yeah. He wants to consolidate everything like they always do. For some reason, they never want to have 2 Supermans and Batmans. It's always like anything that deals with Batman universe. Like they were supposed to have the Suicide Squad in the Arrow show, and that was supposed to be a whole arc. And then because it's Suicide Squad movie that was coming out, they cut that whole arc out. Like they literally had Harley Quinn laughing in that show.
I remember that. That was a great, what I thought was an Easter egg at the time. I didn't know it was supposed to turn into something. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they cut it out, it was like, well, now you messed up our whole, like we had like this whole storyline. Now we have to scrap it and start from scratch in the middle of the season. But I digress. Definitely not DC fans' fault. DC fans have other problems, but it's not that. I also love Brightburn. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little idea what is about Spotlight about. It's this news company that finds out priests were molesting kids in the 60s all past to 2011. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's based on a real story.
It is. I need to see that because Mark Ruffalo apparently is great in it, as is Batman. He's great in it as well.
Like, I care about fun. No one talk about little Batman Christmas because I didn't want to watch that.
Because it didn't look good. That's why.
It didn't look good.
Yeah.
I didn't say I'm going to watch everything. If Jurassic League trailer comes out and it looks like Batman Little Christmas, I'm not watching it.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, I want y'all to make the most ridiculous things ever. I want you to have the right and the ability and the freedom to make ridiculous stuff. That doesn't mean I'm going to, like, watch it or enjoy it, right? I just want y'all to have the right to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think not naming it Jurassic League is to avoid associating with Jurassic Park franchise. Okay, I can see that because they might think it's a crossover.
I can see that. I also think that for marketing reasons, that's exactly why you should name it Jurassic League.
Yes, it's easy slam dunk.
Right.
So when you're selling it, it's like it's Jurassic Park mixed with the Justice. Like you can sell the concept that way to people. Like, oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Because if they call it Dino League, it's not as fun. You need to play on that.
That sounds like Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, Dino Thunder. Good times.
Last movie I've seen was Terminator Dark Fate, and the only one I've seen since the Batman.
In the theater?
Why did you watch that?
Terminator Dark Fate was...
I saw that in the theaters. It was all right.
Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it was all right. It was all right. Dudes, calm down. I was saying W are saying DC fans are slow. Well, sir, you didn't say that. You didn't put WB thinks that DC fans are slow bus. Also, stop saying slow bus. That's wild. Yeah. I don't agree, Zach. I am Superman. Come on, I don't diss my own gang. Okay. They cut the Suicide Squad name out of the small bill. Pam Grier was Amanda Waller. Oh. Didn't know that.
Grier was Amanda Waller. That's pretty cool.
Hey, channel member, Mama Bear Art Doll. How you doing? Thank you for being here.
How goes it?
So it looks like Scream 7 might get an April 2025 release date. Do people not remember how Scream 4 did in April 2011? Look, I'm kind of washing my hands with that.
I'm surprised my interest coming out.
Yeah, my interest was in Melissa Barrera's character arc. I wanted to see. My idea was that she was going to become the next Ghostface,
Yeah,
and they were going to figure out a way to make her like, "Oh, I fell down." It's like, "Oh, the Ghostface shows up, but she's never around," or something like that.
yeah, yeah. Because I really enjoyed those last two Scream movies. So
But your last two movies you saw in theaters was the Batman and Dark Fate, dude. I gotta talk to you. You don't watch streaming service movies. You don't go to the theaters, but then you complain about movies. You're not supporting stuff.
oh wow. The last one you saw in theaters. That's
The Batman. That was like 2 years ago.
yeah, that's wild.
And I'm not even going to acknowledge what he just he just put. We're gonna move on to the next topic. We are done with the rumor mill. We're gonna start doing trailer reactions.
Nice.
Speaking of that, you already saw the Borderlands trailer, right?
The which one?
Borderlands?
I did, yeah.
You did that. Okay. I don't think I didn't watch your reaction because I wanted to do my
I
own.
didn't
So I'm gonna
react
do
to
that
it.
here
Yeah.
now. Are you okay with doing a reaction to it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a reaction to it.
Okay, perfect. So we have a couple of trailer reactions that I want to do right now. And the first one up is a Borderlands. Let me see if I do this properly. Bada bing, bada boom. So, following yesterday's poster and first photos reveal, well, it's not yesterday anymore, but the long and works adaptation of video game series Borderlands has finally released a first trailer. The movie follows famed red-hair outlaw Lilith, played by Kate Blanchett, returning to her home planet of Pandora to find the missing daughter of powerful mogul Atlas, played by Edgar Ramirez. She forms an alliance with the unexpected team on the way. These unlikely heroes must battle alien monsters and dangerous bandits to find and protect the missing girl, who may hold the key to unimaginable power. That sounds like the Borderlands storyline. Part of the initial alliance includes Roland Kevin Hart, who's very miscast, preteen demolitionist Tiny Tina, Ariana Greenblatt, who's literally in everything, right? She's in everything. She was
doing well,
Ahsoka.
too.
She was what's the other
Barbie.
green girl? She was in Barbie. She was in
Gamora.
Infinity War,
Yep.
Gamora, and now she's in this. She was also on 65, even though that movie was okay. She did a good job in it.
Very okay.
And she's perfect casting for Tiny Tina, and rhetorically challenged protector Craig Florian Mantu. I can't say anything about him because I don't know who that is. And the persistent wise ass. This is who Jack Black is good claptrap, right? But Kevin Hart should have been claptrap. That's perfect. Okay. All claptrap does is talk stupidness. That should have been him. They should have had Terry Crews to play Roland.
That's what I'm hearing a lot of people say. I'm not familiar with this game whatsoever, so I'm a noob, as the kids say. But Florian, I'm pretty sure he is Victor Drago from Creed 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him like act, but he has a great presence. But mentally unstable scientist Tannis Jamie Lee Curtis. It's nice to see her in a new franchise.
Yeah, it's cool. It's dope.
It says Eli Roth is directing the film, which is interesting. But it also went under reshoots by Tim Miller, so this might end up being a mess. When you have another director come in and reshoot the movie,
has that ever gone well?
Nah. Well, if you don't think that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is a mess.
Did somebody come in and do reshoots?
Scott Derrickson directed the movie, and then what's name took over and finished it. Gotcha. And changed stuff. So yeah, this is gonna be my trailer reaction. Well, me and Kenny's trailer reaction to Borderlands official trailer. Let's do this.
Uh-oh. God, I hate this planet.
Me too.
Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
Legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault.
That line reading is good.
And if you go hunting for it, you better take any help you can get.
I like the character design.
Yeah, Borderlands character design is great.
Most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe.
God, I hate this planet.
That's a good line, Rudy.
Ooh,
What is that
that's some
smell?
rough
Piss wash,
producer
though.
credits.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to. Roll the window up.
Rolling it It's pee. It's pee. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did I get the name?
It's in my mouth.
I love Kevin Hart. I know you do that.
Do you know
Hey, it's
how
that
many
guy.
people have died?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
We have something they don't, baby girl. Okay.
What?
Major issues.
It's giving Guardian.
Volume 1.
Time to
Yep.
make it rain with your body parts.
We're like R-rated.
What did I tell you?
Minimal
No
explosions.
I said no explosion.
Okay, I see why they did Kevin Hart. He doesn't look like the character, act like the character, but it's funny.
Step aside, bitches.
Ooh, mine's bigger.
Boruto, I needed a gun. So you asked for it. There's only one of you in the world, and you're special.
Uh-oh.
Kill them all.
I'm surprised they showed the end of that sequence in the trailer.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really waiting for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.
Okay, like look at Luke Ponto. Hey, he's live right now.
Hey.
Don't leave here though. Go after him. Yeah. So you go first.
So I'm glad I watched this trailer officially a second time because I'm more like accepting of it. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, this is like great value Guardians of the Galaxy. And I wasn't as excited about it. But sometimes when you watch things with friends, it becomes a little less cynical. So will it be good? I don't know. However, it looks like it has a potential to be good. My only concern is exactly what I mentioned before, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy-ness of it. I'm not saying it can't work, but it's already given itself like a hurdle to jump over because you already put yourself in that conversation, and we know how people feel about Guardians. People love Guardians, even up to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which just came out essentially last year. So, but does this look good? I think that it has potential to be good. I just, hoping it's a great cast, phenomenal cast. I've seen pictures of Roland, even though I never played the video game. So when people say Kevin Hart is miscast, they ain't lying. Like Terry Crews probably would have been the ideal size for this role. However, or even Aldous Hodge, right? Or Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, right?
Or even
Those
Idris
are
Elba.
Idris Elba probably would have been great for this. So because he can be funny, we've seen him be funny. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Yeah, what do you think about it?
I am a fan of the Borderlands franchise.
Okay.
The story is not really what you're there for with the game, so that's why I don't know how I feel about like a movie on that. It has like a story, but you're there just to kill people, loot stuff, upgrade your guns, move on, and play with your friends, right? Like that's what I do with Borderlands. So that's what I worry about. Like, are they going to use the Borderlands franchise and then combine it with a story that they made up, and they couldn't get that story greenlit, so they combined it with the Borderlands franchise, and hopefully that story they made up was actually good. This is the one case where I'm like, I'm down with that because since Borderlands story is not super strong, the lore is strong, the characters are strong, the guns and like you said, the character designs are great.
Yeah,
all the aesthetic stuff
phenomenal.
Our Borderlands is phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The story is not the best. So that's the only thing I'm worried about on top. The other worry I had throughout the trailer was the volume looking thing. Like I noticed with certain movies like this, it has this weird feeling where like you could tell the people on set
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you can
Yeah.
tell they're on a set, and there's the rest of it is fake. And I got
Yeah.
that feeling a lot throughout the trailer, unfortunately. And the volume needs to be like used more sparsely. Like
Yeah.
Barbie used it a lot. I couldn't tell. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, but this
All
I
of
can
that
definitely tell.
looked like it could have been filmed in Arizona. You don't have to use film that joint in Arizona or New Mexico or somewhere. I'm sure
They're
you can find
glad
some
for the
good
money.
landscape. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be happy for the money. Go to
Right.
Canada. You could have did Canada. They got wastelands over there.
Do they?
Some hunger
I always
knows.
thought Canada was like snowy, just like a
Parts
snow
of it,
globe.
not everywhere. But yeah, but what I gotta say, the positives, I don't want to be too negative on it, is that
Mhm. I saw that.
I was waiting. Thank you, Chill, for doing exactly what I wanted you to do. I have to get him back because one time I was in his live stream chat and he said something about New York, and I was like, "Oh, word, that's so payback."
That's
This is the
hilarious.
whole country, though. I'm leaving. Me and Mama Bear. No, Mama Bear can't leave. She's a channel member. She gotta stay. But yeah, I love the dynamic. Like it reminds me of like the perfect example of this. This feels like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Deadpool 1, but bought by Temu. You know?
Temu? I don't know. You want to be associated with Temu? I don't know if
Hey,
that's
I buy
like
stuff on Temu, man. That's how they were able to afford those Super Bowl commercials.
Yo, they have 4. Actually, I saw they had 6 commercials.
Yeah.
30. What is it? $7 million for every 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? But yeah, so I mean, apparently they're doing something right. So
they got money. So yeah, like it has potential, like you said. The jokes got me. There was jokes here and there that got me that it because it's R-rated, it's stuff that James couldn't do with the Guardians.
Right.
So it'll elevate it. It's going to be more violent. And the story is just going to be different in general.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because they're chasing after someone that has the key to Pandora. Like the whole thing with Borderlands is like this treasure everyone's looking for, and someone has the key to it. So it sounds like the daughter is the one that has it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it looks interesting. I think it looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm just worried about the VFX and how it's going to feel like really familiar to other stuff that we've gotten already.
Yeah,
that's all.
I'll tell you one thing. Ariana Greenblatt looks like she is like she's been in. Obviously, we talked about she's been in a couple movies. She looks like she is a presence in this movie more so than she has been in the past. And I'm really interested in seeing how audiences receive her because honestly, she looks like a lot of fun. Man,
yeah.
like,
And Tiny Tina is a character to have all the fun with, you know. And Tiny Tina has a spin-off game, so that's an opportunity for maybe her to star in her own movie. She's starting to develop a social media following that could help her, you know, get her own franchise. So it's a possibility this movie does well. If the Borderlands fans show up, like how they showed the Five Nights at Freddy fans show up.
Yeah,
you might have a new action franchise,
which did much better than I thought it would, especially with it being released on streaming and theater at the same time. That movie did really well, and it earned its sequel. Even though, personally, I don't love that movie at all. But it found its audience, as they say.
Yeah, and people love it. People love it. Some people had it in the top 10 movies of the year, which is wild as shit. Let's see what the chat has to say about this, and then we'll move on to the next trailer. Wait, what? Movie trash, nothing to get out of my seat. I wonder what he's talking about. Oh, he's probably talking about Scream.
Okay.
Okay, I need to play the games before I see this. I highly recommend all 3 of them. They're really, really fun. They also have Telltale versions of the games, which is fun. So if you just want to play the story and make decisions, like the Walking Dead ones, you can do those too. The games are really fun to play with friends. It has couch co-op and online too.
Oh, nice.
The first movie I saw this year was Dune Part 2, but I'm planning to maybe see Imagine when it came out. That's a great movie to see in the year because
it's been rough.
It's been rough. Kevin Hart believes in himself. Yes, he does. And that's why even if something he's in is not great, he's good because he believes in himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Except for
Rogue One was 80% reshot. Remember,
I was thinking either that or the Han Solo movie was one of them were
probably that
completely
too.
reshot. Yeah.
I think Jack Black as Claptrap is a great choice. Look, just from off that last scene, yes.
Yeah.
That was great. Ooh, Uncharted. Sad we get in a second movie. I haven't seen the first Uncharted. I never played the games, so I can't,
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played the game, so I don't know if it was. Obviously, I saw Tom Holland, and I've seen Nathan Drake in the game. I'm like, that's not Nathan Drake, but
Yo,
the movie did well.
let me tell you something. So I played a little bit of Uncharted, just a little bit. I think I'm done one of the first game. I bought that like the bundle pack with all 3 of them.
Trilogy.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge I'm a fan of it because it is a fun game, but I'm not like a diehard fan of Uncharted. But I've never been so upset for another person's fandom than I was for the casting for Uncharted. I'm like, these don't look anything like the characters. No, I agree with you guys. You guys should be upset. This is crazy. I was like, no.
Who's Sully? What's his name again?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I was like, what? I think Sully.
Yeah.
That's an old man. Why is this man here?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm talking about you don't look anything like this character. They didn't even ask you to put on a mustache or a beard or anything like that. It's wild.
He said recently that they told him to grow out your mustache for the second movie.
Tom?
So,
Tom
no,
Holland? No, Sully. Yeah.
So I guess he's gonna have the classic look in the second one.
I'm happy for the fans.
Tom looks like Nathan Drake's little brother. He doesn't look like Nathan Drake.
Yeah. If this is Tom's first mission, then fine, which technically it is.
Yeah.
But still, you guys, he's not going to grow. No. Tom Holland is the size Tom Holland's going to be for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he's a grown-ass man. Well, yeah, he's a grown-ass man already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this feels more like Kevin Hart, unlike that Netflix film he was in. Which one?
Oh, the one
Lift.
Lift. Whew! I watched that or the first sequence and never went back. And I try to finish things because I'm trying to watch 100 movies this year. Yeah. I don't want to waste my time with this.
Yeah, I was like, the only way I was going to watch that is my mom wanted to watch it, and she said no. So I was like, okay.
Oh,
freedom. I think the Borderlands movie looks pretty good. I've only played it a little bit of the games. Yeah, it looks good. It doesn't look bad. I'm just scared about the VFX.
Mm-hmm.
The Mortal Kombat effect. Fun, great game. Add some stuff to make the fun movie. Yep.
Yeah.
That movie with Bob's Burgers guy doing voiceover looks great. I haven't heard about that.
I haven't heard about it either. That Mortal Kombat movie that came out was horrible.
Was it? I heard good things about it.
Yeah. I didn't like it at all. However, they're getting a sequel, so I'll probably be watching it because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. So
I think August is a good month for this movie. Yeah. It's a good summer film.
Yeah.
Right after the big franchises come out, people are like, okay, let me go see what's going on.
Yeah. Which makes me curious because we know what's coming out in March. So I'm wondering what's coming out in April? Because they seem, like we said before, they seem to be stacking everything in March. So
yeah,
it should be interesting.
I love how we both got that notification at the same time. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, are we throwing the lines? Welcome to the live stream. I hope you guys are having an excellent week. And Zach, I'm glad you enjoyed Dune Part 2. Thank you, man. I'm excited for you to go watch it.
Yeah, man. I know our guy, Dark, Toby. He went to go see it. He actually went to go see the double feature. Part 1 and Part 2. I'm excited for him, man. I hope that he likes it because if he doesn't like it,
no, he said he put on Instagram already, story already. He said masterpieces, both of them.
Oh, great. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, he probably is done because it's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning where he is right now. So yeah.
It was like daylight, and he was like, "I'm done." I'm like, "Bro, this whole different country thing is wild."
Yeah,
like it's nighttime for you, and I'm like, I'm still at work. Personally, I'm not looking forward to Borderlands movie. I think out of all the video games we have, they could have made such a better choice, but hopefully the movie proves me wrong. That's the best it could do.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next trailer. This one I'm excited about because this is as people were saying, a nepo baby. A movie.
I do have to head out, so I want to head out before you get started. I promised my wife we would start Mr. and Mrs. Smith at 9, and it's 9:21. So I gotta.
I don't want you to get killed because of me.
Yeah, I'm about to get assassinated. All right. So see you guys. Thank you so much for having me on, Zach.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, chat, for joining Zach and being awesome with him. I will see you guys next time.
Yep. Later, man.
Peace.
1 is the loneliest number, and that is me. That's the wrong one. Boom. Here we go. This is going to be my reaction to the teaser trailer to not M. Night Shyamalan, but I.N. Shyamalan, The Watchers. This is his daughter, which is really, really interesting. Let's see. First, I want to do this so you guys can read with me. Warner Brother Pictures had released the first trailer for new thriller, The Watchers. The first film from M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, Ashana Night Shyamalan. The film is an adaptation of A.M. Shine's 2022 novel of the same name. Dakota Fanning stars as Mina, a 28-year-old artist who gets stranded in an expensive, untouched forest in Western Ireland. When Mina finds shelter, she unknowingly becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers who are watched and stalked by mysterious creatures each night. You can't see them, but they see everything. Georgina Campbell, Olivia Finnegan, and Olin Foray co-star. M. Night Shyamalan, of course, produced the movie alongside Ashin Rajan and Nimit Mank. Joel Homewood, Stephen Demzer are executive producers. This is coming out June 7th. So I wanted to check this out because M. Night Shyamalan is obviously a controversial figure when it comes to movies. A lot of people feel a lot of different things when it comes to his films. But the fact that his daughter is doing a film, I'm very, very interested to see. Yeah, oh no, I can't barely see my face. I'm very, very interested to see what he does with this, or what she does with this, and having her dad produce it. So this is going to be my trailer reaction to The Watchers. Let's do this. Also, the concept sounds interesting. Dakota Fanning has grown up. Looks like a whole different person now. I already like the atmosphere.
What is this place? Who are you? We're just like you. Lost.
Okay.
They come every night. They watch us until the sun rises again. It's a window on the other side.
Interesting.
They'll be very interested in someone new. What is that? What are they doing?
Well, why is her face like that?
For you, Mina.
Why is that one behind her look like smiling? Oh, that's the girl from Barbarian.
Don't you want to know what they are?
That's impossible. That looks really good. Oh. If you would have told me that's an A24 film, I would have believed you. That actually looks really, really solid. That trailer really got my heart pumping. That looks awesome. Let's see what the chat has to say. Thank you, man. He said, I'm gonna need y'all in the chat to hit that like button. I appreciate you, Clay. I wonder how long it's gonna take for me blast through all 3 Borderlands games before the movie drops. Well, it comes out in August, so it's you have time. They're not long games. Collect the Movie Man, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you again, blessing me, man. I hated Uncharted movie. It's not faithful to the game. That's fair. I saw that at the Dune trailer part 2. Oh, I didn't see this at all in my Dune trailer. I got like a bunch of trailers I've seen before. This looks interesting. Every time I see this trailer, I get more pumped. It looks really good, honestly. But M. Night Shyamalan himself does things like this where it looks really good, and then you watch the movie and like, whoa, it's hit and miss. He has some great movies, and then he has some movies like, whoa. I know I remember seeing her in a movie with Denzel Washington when she was a little kid. I can't think of the name of it right now. And then I saw her in Equalizer, and I didn't realize that was her. She was in Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. That was the movie she was in. She does a lot of indie films, so sometimes that's why you might not see her. But yeah, this movie looks really good. I'm actually really excited for this now. This and Long Legs, which they they dropped the trailer for that, and that looks really airy, are two of my most anticipated films for the year now. I'm really excited to see what his daughter can do as a director and a creative. Knock at a Cabin was good. It was good. I wanted it to be great, but it was good. So I'm excited see what he does. See if a lot of his techniques are in it, or she's like doing a wholly original thing and he's just producing to help her out. But guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this trailer. If you're excited for this, or you're gonna go check it out. And I think it was saying June is gonna come out. And in the live chat, let me know as well. I'm gonna move on to the next trailer. I have one more trailer before we get into the Attack of the Box Office. And this one is for a movie called Boys Kills World, starring Bill Skarsgård and Jessica Roth. It says, boy vows revenge after his family is murdered by Hilda van der Kooi, the deranged matriarch of a corrupt post-apocalyptic dynasty that left the boy orphaned, deaf, and voiceless. Wow. Driven by his inner voice, one which he co-opted from his favorite childhood video game, Boy trains with a mysterious shaman to become an instrument of death and set loose on the eve of the annual culling of dissidents. Bedlam ensues as Boy commits bloody martial arts mayhem, including a wrath of carnage and bloodletting. As he tries to get his bearings in this delirious realm, Boy soon falls in with a desperate resistance group, all while bickering with apparent ghosts of his rebellious little sister. Wow, that was a lot of detail. But that also sounds very interesting. I just realized it's not zoomed in. Sorry, guys. So you guys can see the words. It sounds like an interesting concept. I'm interested to check this out. It's Bill Skarsgård. He's a great actor. Let's see what they got for us with The Boy Kills World. The fact that he's named Boy.
This was never a great city, but it was ours.
Are you with me?
Always.
Until Hilda van der Kooi took it from us.
What is that voice?
Control. They call it the calling.
We're all gonna watch and cheer as you die.
That's me, facing televised execution by breakfast cereal mascots.
What?
Not my happiest day. But let me take you back to an even worse one.
Who is doing this voice?
The van der Kois killed my family.
Oh.
Left me deaf and mute. So I made a 3-step plan. Step 1, give myself an inner voice. I took the last one I remembered from this video game. Player 1 wins. Step 2, get stronger. A lot stronger. And step 3, join a team.
Welcome to the Resistance.
Yeah, go team. The mission is simple. Make the van der Kois pay for what they have done.
Oh, that's the little kid from The Boys.
Montage.
Sam Raimi? Oh, of course. Okay. That's why it's so weird. Directed, produced by Roy Lee.
You know how hard it is to get a cereal company to sponsor mass murder?
Ooh.
I don't like this plan.
You have reached your final destination.
Oh my God, no! I have information. I'm gonna help you. Stop!
Oh, this
looks gonna help us. Definitely sounded like he was gonna help us.
This coming out in April. It's so funny because Kenny, before he got off here, just said, oh, what's coming out in April? Everything's coming out in March. Here we go. Boy Kills World. This looks real fun. It's just so many different things that feel like it could come together and be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. I like all the actors that are a part of it. I like the concept. I love that we're getting these weird, wacky action movies because of John Wick that are stylized, that have great cinematography, and just has a bunch of lore. I love that. Like every action movie feels like it has to do that now because it's so cool, and we're getting these really original ideas that are starring really good actors. I'm down because a lot of time for a long while, action movies were starring these actors that are not big and are trying to get their name up. And it used to be you get one action film from a big star every year. And now we're getting all these younger guys starting to come up and try. So yeah, this looks really fun. I'm definitely going to go check it out when it comes out in April. I'm excited for this. If you are watching this afterwards, let me know in the comments down below how you feel. And in the chat, are you going to go check out Boy Kills World? Are you excited for this or not? He said, I'm definitely excited for it too. I want to see it now. It looks creepy and very interesting. That's for what's the movie I was just reacting to before this? My brain. What was it called? What the hell? How did I forget already? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The M. Night Shyamalan daughter film. Hey, nostalgia time. Welcome to the live stream. Yo, I'm sorry I'm late. I was too busy. Oh yeah, I heard about this movie, but I never seen the trailer. I'm curious to see how it is. You're never late, man. I'm glad that you're here, period. It's fine when you come in. I appreciate you being here. I think this is the Burgers. Oh, this is Bob from Bob Burgers. Oh, okay. That's cool. Wow. Is that Gene from X-Men movies, too? Yup. And it's coming out on my birthday. I'm definitely watching it. Nice. This is going to be a fun birthday film. Zach, my mom doesn't want to see Dune 2 because she thought the first one was boring. I told her if I paid her a ticket, would she go see it? Hopefully. That's not for my mom. She would find it absolutely boring. So I wouldn't even suggest it to her. I already know her and stuff. Gonna end this poll here. Does Borderlands look good? 66% you guys said yes. The other 33% said no. So most of you guys in the chat thinks that Borderlands look good. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. It doesn't look bad. I'll say that. So let's get into the last segment here before we get into the Q&A. And this is, as you know, we call this Attack of the Box Office. We're going to talk about what's this box office, what your favorite movies are doing, and the storylines and narratives that are tied into them. So that's not the right one. There we go. Is it zoomed in all the way? Yes, it is. Okay. So for the second week in a row, I believe it is, Bob Marley, One Love, yes, from Paramount Pictures, dropped 52.9%, which is usual for films. Sometimes they drop way more than that, maybe 60%, as you see like Madam Web, or even 75%. It had a decent hold. It had a little bit more theaters than it had before, made 13 million, but overall, this is still a success for this film. It's grossing 71 million domestically. It's also making some money overseas. I think that this is going to be a big win for the actor who plays Bob Marley. Hold on, forgetting the name. Not Bob Marley songs. I love me some Bob Marley songs, but I want the movie. The actor who played Kingsley Benadir, I think this is going to be pretty good for him. Lashana Lynch, who I heard has a big part in the film, and director Ronaldo Marcus Green. I think this is going to be big for him because this is now another big movie he's had after King Richard, and I can see him getting maybe big work soon. Some people have suggested that he should do the Static movie, which would be really interesting. I heard that he knows how to do crowd-pleasing films. So when you're making superhero films, you gotta go crowd-pleasing, you know? Demon Slayer, the Hasher Training. This is the last couple episodes of the last season and the first episode of the new season. put together as a movie. Did 11 million. I think that these Demon Slayer like episode movies are starting to what's the word I'm looking for? To like not gross as much. The first one that came out did like about 25 million at the box office, and the next one did like 18, and now this one's doing 11. I think people are now realizing what they're doing and are just going to wait till the episodes come out, because why pay to see these episodes when you can just go watch them when they debut with everyone. Ordinary Angels, a movie, a faith-based movie that I've heard people who are not Christian talk about and say is great. I haven't heard one bad thing about this film. I haven't got to check it out myself. This is something that seems like I would watch with my mom. Brought in 6 million domestically. Unfortunately, it didn't match a lot of the other faith-based movies that have been doing good in theaters. Like, this is in the top 3, but that's because the top 10 is just weak overall. Like Jesus Revolution did 21 million when it debuted. A couple other ones did 10, 15, 18 million in debut. Fortunately, they didn't come out for this film. I don't know if it's because the faith aspects are not in your face like those other films are, but it sucks because Alan Richardson, I was hoping, would bring some people over there, and the main actress, who I am forgetting her name right now, Ordinary Angels. The main actress is Hilary Swank. You know, she's been a long time actress. I just think that maybe she's not a box office draw. I never really heard people go, I'm gonna watch that movie because Hilary Swank's in it. So unfortunately, it's not doing great. It's probably not gonna end up doing that great overall, because it's probably gonna have a huge drop off once Dune Part 2 comes out. So it might barely make budget. Maybe. Matter Web, absolute disaster, as you know, dropped 60%, which most blockbusters do. But the problem is it didn't make blockbuster opening weekend. So it dropping 60% is not great. The people who are hurt by this are none of the actors. Luckily, Dakota Johnson has been making fun of this movie ever since it's come out, and everyone's just making memes out of her and liking her because of her funny personality and realizing what she's been doing her whole career with being really sarcastic, but you take her seriously. Sydney Sweeney already has a bunch of projects lined up. She has Immaculate coming out in a couple weeks, and that actually looks really good. And then she has Barbarella. She has 2 other movies I think she signed up for. She's good. Anyone But You is also doing really well. Came out before this, so Sydney Sweeney is good. Isabel Marcotte is booked and busy. She has Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us Season 2, I should say. She's going to be in that and playing a major role. And she's already cast as Hawk Girl in Superman Legacy. So she's good. This doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she just has to nail it as Hawk Girl, and she's going to be good. And I heard she's also in another A24 film. So she's booked and busy. The only actress that I'm worried about is Celeste O'Connor. She is a Ghostbusters New Empire. Is it New Empire? No, that's Godzilla. What is it called? What's that Ghostbusters movie called? Frozen Empire. Too many Empire films. She is in that film, so she should be fine as long as that movie does well and she has a good showing. She hopefully gets new work. I'm only worried because Black actors and stuff like don't get as many chances. So the fact that she was in a movie that bombed, and then if she doesn't have like a good reception in the new Ghostbusters, it might be DOA for her. But hopefully she gets signed up for some other stuff before that movie comes out. But director S.J. Clarkson, the writers for this film, maybe Sony continues to give them work because they did more. Well, not S.J. Clarkson, but the writers did Morbius. And for some reason, they decided to give them this. S.J. Clarkson may go back to TV and then hopefully maybe direct like a smaller film. But yeah, because of how disastrous this film is and the fact that the movie didn't have like cool directing techniques, it didn't feel inspired directing wise. You can't even take too much blame off of her as well. Migration, even though it's on digital and you can rent it, doing amazing. Week to week, dropping only 21%, only dropping little bit by little, but making 120 million. A lot of people thought this was going to flop. It had a big budget, but it's doing well domestically. That's domestic call, and then it's making money worldwide. Migration is doing well. Argyle needs to go to streaming. It looks like it's making its way there, losing 587 theaters, dropped 47% at 41 million. But these Apple TV movies experiments where they're spending $200 million on these weird movies. It's not weird. Like Hills of Flower Moon, I get it. But like these movies that they spend all this money on, they're not getting their investment back. Let's see if they help with like Apple TV Plus. But yeah, Wonka, dropping 27%, still making money despite you can buy it at home and own it. I bought the steel book. It's over there somewhere. I'm not getting up. It's $214 million domestic. We're definitely going to get a Wonka 2. This is going to be helped by Timothée Chalamet. This is going to help him a lot in terms of his turn as a movie star, right? People love him in this. People love him in Dune. Both those characters are very different, showing his range. He's not just a sad boy anymore, really, even though he's doing sad boy stuff in both those films. But the range is really good. And if Dune really opens high and that movie does really well, if he gets another hit under his hands, like another franchise, I know he doesn't want to do superhero movies because Leonardo DiCaprio told him not to. It could be really big. Drive Away Dolls got into the top 10, but this is not really a good opening for this film, especially since it had a huge budget for this type of film. I believe, and I'm going to confirm that the budget for this film was $30 million, which I don't know where that money went. After watching the film, I like the movie, but it does not feel like a $30 million film. It feels like, yes, $35 million this movie cost. It feels like a film that should cost $15 million, maybe $20 million tops, but it shouldn't cost $35 million. So opening at $2 million at the opening, and it's going to drop probably like 40, maybe 50, probably 60% second weekend. This movie is DOA, unfortunately. Ethan Coen needs to really think about his writing partner, how much he spends, who stars. Maybe he should have really got his big stars a star instead of, like, I love Margaret Qualley, but people don't really go to movies to see her. And then Geraldine Vishawan, who was fantastic, also is newcomer, and she's in Thunderbolts now, but she hasn't been in Thunderbolts yet, so her name is not out there, so she didn't draw people in. Plus, it's a sapphic crime caper and stuff like that. That's already limiting the audience. Beekeeper, drop it only 38% in its, how many weeks has this thing been out here? 7th week, making $63 million domestic. It's happening to like a movie it's doing great. It's doing great. Domestic is doing great worldwide. I think David Ayer may have a franchise on his hands, and Jason Statham may not have another franchise, especially having Meg 2, having this. We'll see. The Chosen episodes, another faith-based product, doing well for what it is. And then the rest of it is kind of, Anyone But You coming back in. But overall, the dialogue here for the box office is that the box office is not good. The box office, this is not great. This is a pitiful top 10. Usually the 10th movie will be the one that makes 13 million, not the number one film. For all these single-digit films, and when you get lower, when you get to 20, like number 13, it made not even $1 million. I know Perfect Days kind of just opened a little wider, and this is an indie film, so it's not going to make a lot of money. But at least at Frankenstein dropped to 71%. It's going to be on digital this week. We're going to talk about that. Stop motion only making 330,000. That's the movie I heard was really, really good, but just not getting an audience. And also, it wasn't advertised really well. If I wasn't in the film community, I probably wouldn't have known about this film, to be honest with you. That's just really it. If I didn't know about this already, I wouldn't have known about the movie at all. So that's unfortunate. But that's basically the box office narratives. Let me know in the comments down below if your favorite movie did well, if you have any questions about why you think they didn't do well, and how you think this affects the actors and the studios. Let's see what the guys have to say in the live chat before I move into the next segment. And she told me she would. I told her no, falling asleep like she did almost in the first one. I don't think she'll fall asleep in the first one. I think the first one starts off really action-packed, so I think she'll be good. That movie with the Bob Burger voiceover I was talking about, Goofy. Yeah, it looks really goofy, but it looks fun. He was also in Secret Invasion as well. Yeah, but he didn't do a good job in that show, unfortunately. Dune is going to sweep the floor with all these movies. That's the thing, and that's what I was talking about in terms of like, is Dune going to save the box office? We talked about early in the stream about how it's predicted to make about low end 65 million, high end 80. I'm hoping it does 100, maybe closer to 100, so that this movie can have a lot of momentum. It deserves to make all the money because it's such a great film. But we'll see. Yeah, it's going to completely shut all this down. And it's going to be the movie that people want to go see. Okay, this question is for the Q&A. Madam Web was a disaster of a movie. The only good movie made by Sony. Boy, they only made the movie so Sony could keep the license of Spider-Man, and it showed in the movie. It had no heart or soul. I can agree. I can't agree. I'm not defending this movie. Like, I don't think it's as bad as some people say, but I'm not gonna defend it. Argyle was definitely weird. It was very, very weird. It was fun, but very, very weird. Beekeeper should make more movies. I still haven't seen it. I need to go check it out. The spring and summer time is what needs to help the box office. Yeah, and that's usually the big box office time. So the next segment is what's coming out this week. What is next? It's not a lot. I can tell you that. They gave a clear sign that they wanted Dune to just rule this weekend. So obviously, Dune Part 2 debuts officially this Friday, March 11th. You probably can watch it on Thursday, early showing. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen my review yet, go check it out. But run and go see this movie. Go see it in IMAX if you can. Go see it in Dolby if you can. Go see it on the biggest screen possible. Yeah, it's probably the movie of the year. It's going to be really hard to top. But yeah, definitely check this out. Go check out Dune 2. This is the movie to see right now. January, February has been really slow in terms of 2024. But I'm excited for people to finally see Dune Part 2 in a mass. You know, a lot of people are discovering Dune Part 1 now and saying, wow, this movie is really great. And some people are rewatching it after not liking it and go like, you know what, this is not as bad as I thought it was. So I'm really, really excited for everyone to check Dune Part 2 out. Megamind versus the Dune Syndicate. This is going to be straight to Peacock. It's a sequel to the really great animated film Megamind. The only issue that none of the original voice cast is coming back, and it's going straight to streaming. So this seems like this is going to be like a cheap cash in to me. The fact that they didn't bring everybody back. And then we have things like Outlaw Posse. We have movies like this that come out all the time with like a Western or something like that all the time. But big thing, Netflix is getting Spaceman. This is Paul Dano, Carey Mulligan, Channing Tatum, Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler when he does serious movies. Uncut Gems was a great film. Hustle was a great film. And he has a really good deal with this one. This is Adam Sandler playing a astronaut who gets stuck out in space and then runs into a giant alien spider who talks about what's going on in his life. It seems like a weird movie. It's based on a book, which I didn't know. And Scrambled is a movie that I've heard about before. It's a quintessential eternal bridesmaid, Nellie Robinson, constantly finds herself between weddings, baby showers, and bad dates. When she begins to feel like the clock is ticking and is faced with bleak romantic prospects, Nellie decides to freeze her eggs, setting her on an empowering journey to a brave new world where she ultimately discovers the one she's looking for might be herself. Sounds like a nice self-love film. Because a lot of people, when they get to a certain age, they get obsessed with falling in love, getting married, and all that good stuff. This is a movie that I'm kind of excited for. I forgot that was coming out, but it's limited release. It's not going to be wide yet. It's Problemista, written by Torres, and he's going to star. Alejandro, played by Julia Torres, is budding toy designer hailing from facing challenges in transforming his unique concepts into reality with a bustling metropolis of New York City. What is interesting about this movie, it had Lee in it, it had Tilda Swinton, James Scully, Isabella Rossellini, so it has a great cast. RZA is in it. he's an immigrant and he has to get a job because I think he was let go of his job, and he's trying to get a job with Tilda Swinton's character before he gets deported. So that's like the driving force of this. And I heard that it's colorful, it's weird. This was supposed to come out last year, but because of the strikes, they pushed it. I don't know why they pushed it next to Dune, but they pushed it, and I'm really interested in getting to check this out. Maybe I might get to check it out. I don't know if I'm going to go Friday, but I might get to check it out this coming weekend. But this is something. This is A24. This is something to be on your radar if you've already seen Dune, or if you're going to see multiple movies in the weekend. Probably Mista. The Roundup, No Way Out. It's another movie. This is a Vietnamese action film. It's a sequel. So if you've seen the first one, definitely go check this out. I heard these are pretty good. And yeah, in terms of in theaters, that's the movies that I can highlight right now. I'm gonna go straight into where is it? What's coming out on streaming? The things that you can stream right now that came out today. Some big films. Poor Things is you can buy it right now for $19.99 on wherever you Amazon, Apple, iTunes, and wherever else that you buy your movies when you want to buy them digitally. It's estimated to come out on Hulu in April, but we'll see when that happens. They've been slow on putting this to digital, slow on putting on physical media. They're taking their time leading up to when the Oscars, which is going to be March 10th. Lisa Frankenstein already, because it's, as you saw when I did the box office breakdown, it's not doing well in theaters. It's already available to rent and buy right now as of today. So if you haven't got to check this movie out in theaters and want to watch it at the comfort of your home, you can do that now. If you don't want to pay for it, it's supposed to go to Peacock at the end of March, early April. So if you want to, you can wait on it if you want to. The Sweet East, which is a film that came out in 2023 and got a little bit of buzz, is available to buy for $20. Also to rent for $6. I might do that. It's supposed to go, it's a Sony film, I believe, which Utopia is owned by Sony. It's supposed to go to Netflix in April, but that we'll see. Sometimes they go to Netflix. Monster, another film that people thought would get a lot of Oscar buzz, came out in 2023, is available for buy at $15. It's estimated to go to Netflix April, early May, probably Netflix Prime and Hulu. So if you want to go check it out before then, you go check it out. Saltburn, which was exclusively on Prime Video for a long time. If you don't have Prime Video, you can now buy it at $19.99 wherever you rent and buy digital films. Out of the Darkness, another movie that ended up not doing too great, is available to rent and buy right now because it didn't do that great these coming weeks. It says 2022, but it officially came out in 2023. It had like a little festival premiere in 2022, and then it had a festival premiere in 2023, and then it finally came out to the public now. So I'm counting it as a 2024 movie. I've heard mixed reviews about this film. Some people say it's really good. Some people say it's terrible. You can check it out for $6.99 if you want to test it out. It's supposed to go to Paramount Plus in June, so that's a long time. But if you're not in a rush, you can wait. The Boys in the Boat is here as well. It's $19.99 you could buy, $5.99 you could rent. It's supposed to be March 29th to MGM Plus. I don't have that service, so I'm probably just going to rent it. I heard it was good. Next Goal Win, you can rent it, you can buy it, but it's also on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you can buy, you can check it. I want to check it out. I meant to go to the theater, but then I heard all the bad reviews, and I was like, I'm not going to kill myself to go see it in theaters. So yeah, that's all the films that is coming out in theaters and on streaming that you can go in the theaters. And if you're not a theater person like Kal-El Daily, who doesn't support movies, you can check those out. If you have any questions about any other releases or anything else, let me know. But we are now in the Q&A section. You can ask me anything for the next 15 minutes. This stream has been longer than normal, but I had a guest. So, of course, we had some fun. Let's see what you guys have been saying. Definitely not going to waste my time with Madam Web, but Argyle definitely want to see when it comes out physically. Yeah, I'm going to buy Argyle. I had a lot of fun with that movie. It's silly. It's stupid. It's insane, but it's supposed to be that way. The movie knows what it's supposed to be. So, you know, I'm down. Did you... Hey, beloved channel member, have you seen with T? How are you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. You said late to the party only because I didn't want to hear anyone talk about Dune 2 until I go see it in 2 days. I hear that. We didn't do any spoilers, but I get it. I get it. You don't want to hear anything at all. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I understand. But I appreciate you being here, man. And this man was like, if I wait a little while, they won't be talking about Dune 2. I definitely agree with you, Zach. Dune is going to be really hard to beat this year. The only movie I can see beating is Deadpool 3. And I don't even see that beating it because Deadpool is like very immature in terms of story, and it's going to be a multiverse story, and I don't see them really doing anything super mature with that. So we'll see. It's possible. Zach, let me say all seriousness, you are doing a good job staying consistent, but not only that, entertaining and not redundant. Keep up the good. Oh my God, Kal-El, you're gonna make me cry. You know, everybody in the chat, me and Kal-El fake argue all the time and be combative, but that's my bro. That's my guy. And I appreciate you doing that, man. You had to do that. You had to do that. You could have DM'd me that, but you decided to do that publicly. I really appreciate you, man. And you need to get back in the saddle. Also, me and Kal-El are going to work. We're going to, if you go back in my live streams, we did a Guilty Pleasures live stream, which was really, really fun, where we talked about our favorite Guilty Pleasures, and then the chat decided which one was the winner. It was me. I had the better ones. But we're going to do one where we take a Guilty Pleasure, make the other one watch it, and then talk about it on live stream with each other. So that's going to happen soon. I just have a lot of collabs. I have a collab with Collective Movie Man coming up this Saturday, I believe, at 7 p.m. on his channel. And then I think I have something else on. I'm going to be on Zach Malign Talk Movies live stream tomorrow. That should be happening. So yeah, a lot of stuff's going on. And then also got to watch Lord of the Rings Return of the King Extended Edition, which is 4.5 hours. So busy stuff. I have some video essays I want to do. I have one on DC, one on Marvel, and one on Star Wars. I just have to take time to do it and research, but I want to try it. I take back what I said. I can keep playing with my name. I see movies, Zachariah. Any tips on how to make a just chatting stream more enjoyable? Someone said that he did enjoy my last stream, but didn't say why. That is hard for me to say because I don't do them. Luke Poncho does his Q&As all the time, and it looks like he's having success with that. You might need to ask Luke. But honestly, Dave, I really think you should come up with a theme. I think if you want to grow, because I know that you're trying to do this full time. If you want to grow your channel, come up with a theme for each stream so that you can, if no one is there, you can still talk. If you have to wait for people to come, that's where problems come. Like with Zach Attack News Live, I can do this live show without you guys. Like I'm not saying I want to. I love you guys. Please keep coming to the streams every week. But I could do the live show. It'll be much shorter. It'll probably be an hour and 20 minutes or an hour or something like that. I could do the live stream. It'll probably be 40 minutes or something and just talk about the news, give my opinion, move on to the next subject. It can be done, and then people comment afterwards. So do it like that. Don't do it expecting people to come. Do it with a topic that you're not expecting people to come. But then if they do come, it's a super plus. That's my only advice. But just chatting, that's just too dangerous, especially if you're trying to grow your channel. How many movies have you seen this year? Good question. Letterboxd. How many movies have I seen this year? I've seen 14 films this year. Have you seen with T? 14 films. Lies again. I won. Did you know? Did you know? Did you? Did you? I don't think he did.
What did he say?
You winning? That's my response to that. Nah. I want the movie to come out physically of Saltburn. Saltburn got a very limited US release for physically. So if you want to get it, you can try to get it on eBay, and it's really expensive. But I don't know if they're going to release it later on physical. Right now, it's just Prime Video or rent. Oh, wait. Sorry, Heavy CC. I'll be right back with you. The Spoiler Kings with the $5 super chat. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Just dropping in and giving someone support, keeping up the great work, Zach. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Man, you guys have been blessing me with these super chats today. Thank you so much. And obviously, channel members, love you guys too for being lovely channel members and being part of this group. I'm gonna start to think about ideas for I can do with super chats to, like, you know, have you guys do it more, and what we could do for that. Spoiler crew, baby. Have you seen me? T said I'm at 17 now that I've watched Tyler Perry's Mia Khalifa last night, and my soul is still recovering from the stupidity of that film. Why did you watch a Tyler Perry film? Why did you do that? What do you thought was gonna happen? You thought it was gonna be good? No. That man hasn't made a good movie in like 10 years. Zach, that's your Zach, that's your ass is on site. Spoiler crew is here. Okay, thanks, buddy. No problem, man. You know, you guys always can ask me questions with the Q&A. If you want to ask me YouTube questions, like, I don't want to act like I'm a YouTube expert because I'm not. I'm at my lowly. How many subs do I have? 858 subscribers. I'm no expert. I'm still figuring it out like everyone else, throwing things out there in the dark, trying. So I want to act like I'm an expert, but I think that would be the best thing for you to do. Just come up with topics, whether it's wrestling, video games, Walking Dead. What you should really do is do. Dave, I just thought of this just now. Dave, I hope you're still in the live chat. What you should do is when you do your live streams each week, do live spoiler reviews of all the things that you saw. So when you review a movie, when you do The Walking Dead, when you whatever you're reviewing, or even like the video games, just do a spoiler talk about all those things on your live chat. You have all your topics, you already know it because you already did your review, and it will engage with your audience again because they're interested in the topics that they comment on it. That's what you should do. Just all the things that you talk about, wrestling, video games, movies, just do spoiler talks on them in your live streams weekly. That's what you should do. I think that would be a great idea for you. Dave has seen 12 so far. Nice. I watched only because of Double Toasted's review. I love Double Toasted. I haven't watched them in a while, but they are hilarious. They be cracking me up. They made me want to watch it. My biggest question, actually, you know what? Now that I'm at the end of the live stream, let me put my glasses on. I'm blind as a bat. Hold on. Let me clean this. My biggest question is, who do I have to maim to go do the movies that made us with? Who I have to maim? That is hilarious and a great question. So, one, T, you are on the docket. I have a list of people that I want, and you're definitely one of them. The next movie that made us, and that name is going to be slightly changing, just like the Zack Attacks turn to Zack Attack. I realized that Netflix has a show called Movies That Made Us, so I don't want that to be conflicting. I'm going to start calling it Movies That Made You. I think that makes more sense since I'm interviewing someone. It's not really about me, so slightly changed so that the branding is not crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna change that, so it's gonna be called Movies That Made You moving forward. Dave Show. Kal-El was supposed to be on it a long time ago, but he chickened out. Collector Movie Man. I'm gonna have you guys on, but I could only handle it but so much because I have to prep. Like, I prep questions and different things. Like, I'm trying to, I don't do it on the fly. So you're definitely gonna be on. The next guest is supposed to be Luke Ponto. I already discussed with him. We're supposed to be doing it at the end of March. So we'll see. We might TU might be April, but we'll see. We'll see. I have to get Tank. Speaking of Tank on there, because when I did the Spoiler Kings, I got Bryan and Brandon, but Tank couldn't do it because he was being a good dad. So I'm gonna try to get Tank soon. So that should be fun. And then also I don't want to spoil that for you guys. I'm gonna keep that in the chamber. Y'all learn about that later. I'm only at 5 so far for the year. Wow, only 5, Tank. That's crazy. That just blows my mind. I thought you'd be way more than 5. But you guys have been watching the Oscar films. So you guys have been watching older films leading up to the Oscars. So that makes sense. I get why you only have 5, because you're watching all these films and doing these reviews, and you're also doing the Black Excellence on your channel. So that makes total sense. I like that. You're now a YouTube manager, Zach the Wise Man. The Paul Heyman of YouTube. That's hilarious. Yeah, let me see. I think I'll watch Poor Things tonight now that you can buy it. Yay! I'm excited to hear what your thoughts on that film. It's really, really weird. So I'm excited to hear what you think. And also, have you seen Mitte? Your review really made me want to go watch The Book of Clarence, and I ended up watching it the other night. The first 30 minutes is rough, but after that, it's a great film. It's a great film. Once it clicked in my head what the director was doing, I ended up really liking it. Zach, do you have a P.O. box? Because I want to send you a Dune Part 2 poster that I got. Oh, man, I don't. I probably should look into that. I'll get back to you on that. I don't have a P.O. box right now. Dope. Is there any questions I starred? Okay, so you asked me about the P.O. box before. I started before. Let me see. So I'll wait for a couple more questions before I head out. I just want to shout out channel members as usual, guys. You know, I have my channel membership. Obviously, you do not have to do this, obviously, but I just want to talk about it because it helps support this channel, especially since I'm not fully monetized yet and can get ads on my channels. But, you know, puts this in my face. Different tiers: producer tier, screenwriter tier, director tier. At a low $2.99 a month, you can help us support your boy monthly. We do member-only live chats. Still trying to figure out how to do that. You get priority in reply comments. You get member shout-outs like I do every video. Early access to new videos, which I've been doing a lot. And I want to do member-only live streams. So we're going to be doing a Q&A in March. I'm going to try to do member-only live streams once a month. So that should be really, really fun. The screenwriter tier, you get all that. Plus, you also get access to the Discord, so you can talk to me daily. We can talk about different things at a length, give me suggestions for certain things, and help shape the channel. That's why it's called screenwriter tier, because you're like my screenwriter. And the director tier is all that stuff. Plus, you get to suggest something that a movie review, trailer reaction, or watch along that I'll do each month. But I don't expect people to get to that. That's $19.99. But I made that expensive on purpose because I don't want everybody just suggesting stuff. So just shouting out the people who are already on the channel members. At the producer tier, Have You Seen With T? As you saw, Spoiler Kings, DG Family Nerds, Zeke, Basic Moose, Mayan, Delon Movies, On My Mind, Tez Made This, Screens and Reviews, and Collector Movie Man. Thank you guys. I probably have to update this. I don't think Collector Movie Man's on this anymore, which is no problem. And then screenwriter tier, Kenny Sparks, Clay Poindexter, who's been in the chat, and Dark Movies. Appreciate all you guys for all the support. That's my top movie this year so far. I love Book of Clarence. It's not my number 3, I think. But no, when I start the Everything Dave Has Seen episode stream, you will get the credit for the idea. I might start that in March. Hold on. I don't know why I always clap when I have flipping clapping sound effects. I even like the name of it. Dave has Everything Dave Has Seen. That's good. Or the Dave Rave Show. You should call it the Dave Rave Show. It just comes off the tongue. And then I got to find a good time slot for everyone. Yeah, it has to work for you. But yeah, I think, I played around with my time slot. I used to do it at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I realized people were still at work. Then I did it at 7, and at 9, and at 10. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it at a set time, 7 p.m. every Tuesday. And people will know. People like the live stream. They will come, and they'll know what's going on. If you keep changing it too much for people, you're gonna just mess it up. You gotta let they will make time to come see your live stream if you set it at a time. The Spoiler Kings do it at 10 p.m. every night, and people go. You know, so just set a time. People will come, man. That's hard to find a good time to live stream. I want to start this summer, man. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to find the perfect time. Like, don't even try to find the perfect time to drop your videos. I dropped my Dune Part 2 review at 12 a.m. And I was like, oh, I ain't getting no views on this. And then it was at 137 views when I woke up, which is fast for my channel, at least, especially for reviews. Trailer reactions, sometimes it goes that fast, but reviews are really slow in terms of building up. Usually takes a couple of days before I get to 100 something. And I dropped it at 12 a.m. and people watched it overnight and it started build throughout the day. So don't worry about when people will get to it, you know? People will get to it. Obviously, if you were to drop it as soon as embargoes lift, would be good, but we ain't at that point yet. I need the time to do it with my job, family, and sleep. Yep. I know it. Balancing all that. I've seen a total of 7 movies for the month of February. I've watched Dungeons and Dragons, Footloose, Enter the Dragon, The Hunger Games prequel movie, and Dune Part 2. That's a great lineup. That's a great lineup of movies. Okay, so it's been about like 17 minutes since I did a Q&A. I'm going to give you guys some shout outs and then I'm going to head out. So shout out to Collect the Movie Man. Me and him will be collabing on his channel pretty soon. We're going to be talking about physical media. Excited for that. Have You Seen with T? Go check him out. Obviously, we'll collab soon. I will have him on the channel soon. I'm excited for that. Dave Show, also a person I'm going to have on the channel eventually. Go check him out. Another YouTuber doing similar content. He's awesome. Obviously, the Spoiler Kings, the grandfathers, this stuff, guys that help me a ton. Go check them out. They have 2 live streams a week that are awesome. Those guys are great and real fun. Kal-El Daily, go check him out. He does really cool movie quizzes. Somebody that's not in the live chat, I want to shout out, but it's a channel of the friend, Screen Zen Reviews. Go check him out. What am I looking for? Screen Zen Reviews. DJ Family of Nerds. He makes really unique content. Obviously, Kenny Sparks, who was on the channel earlier and on the stream, and the Cult Lords. Go check them out. Norrin Rad 89, go check them out. Go check out Luke Ponto. It's just so many people that are great in the community, man. Nostalgia Time, go check him out. Chillmonger, go check him out. The Obi Thorn Alliance, go check them out. Them Australian boys, like I said, Chillmonger. Anybody else was in here? Oh, Delon Movies. Go check him out. Me and him are gonna collab soon on a series that he has. That's gonna be exciting. We're gonna look out for that. Candidate Movies. Those 3 guys are really good. Go check them out. Yeah, I think that's most of the people that have been in the live chat. Oh, did you see that? Mike, go check him out too. Coming from England, great guy. And I think that is everyone. And I just want to give a special shout out to Collective Movie Man and the Spoiler Kings for the what am I looking for? Not the screen. The super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate you guys support me in that way, and I appreciate everybody that was just in the chat talking with me. So dope. I'm gonna look at these last couple things and I'm gonna head out. Yeah, my Elimination Chamber video hit India since I dropped that video at 6 a.m. But main retention was bad. Retention is hard, man. My retention's starting to go up a little bit, but it's still not where I need it to be. So it takes a while. And one more movie, Lightning Bolt and Lightfoot. Okay. I'm thinking about starting to do videos of everything I've seen for the month and giving my opinions on them and what I think of the movie. I used to do a series like that at the end of the month. I would rank all the movies I've seen. I think I might start doing that again, but we'll see. If anything, it'll probably be a live stream. And I might want to do it with Kenny. But we'll see. Hey, Zach, where do I go to get the producer tier? Ooh, good question. I will tell you that right now. Share screen. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. So let me zoom in. Okay. Oh no. Don't zoom in over here. Damn it. It zoomed on the wrong part. Okay. Okay. This is fine. So right here. If you can see it on the screen now. Hold on. Let me make myself small so you can see it. Remove this. If you want to join the channel memberships and you don't know how, it's right here. This join button right here. That's next to my logo. So the logo, join. Obviously, this is my stuff. I like my own video. You hit join here. It shows the producer tier, all the different tiers. You can do it there, man. Well, like I said, no pressure. Nice. I'm excited to see you're doing a review, man. But yeah, that is it for me. Just be on the lookout for Lord of the Rings Return of the King extended edition review once I finish watching that. Then I'm going to be getting to the Hobbit films, and then once I'm done that series, I'm going to rank all the movies of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings together, talk about my favorites and everything, how I experienced the films. And in terms of reviews, I already did Dune, so that came out. So I might be doing something I've been holding back on for a while, since I will have time now, since I don't have to go to the theaters this weekend. And hopefully that will be coming out Monday. I want it to be kind of a bit of a surprise. But yeah, just be on the lookout for all that content, guys. Thank you for being here this whole time. It's all just 3 hours. Listen to me, listen to Kenny. This has been great. You guys have a fantastic night. See you next time. Peace.